Welcome, welcome. Happy Hunger Games! And may the odds be ever in your favor.
True masculinity doesn't have to prove itself or be toxic or be violent or be belittling or degrading or any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to balance.
Majority of women have their narcissism fueled more.
No. So you gotta realize he's simping and tricking are two different
They're
things.
constantly comparing to lions and
Because you guys have been rocking with the Lurker and Godmomma for some years. So truly appreciated that I even have this much of a platform to utilize to move forward with the type of projects I want to do. So thank you all for, being.
We Grand Rising.
we back.
And we're back. What's up, Will Intensive? Ooh, wee. I ain't seen you in a minute.
Greetings, Mr. Will. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, this is a good comment. Go get Michelle, and y'all come in here so we can have this conversation. We want to know, are we going on vacation or not?
Or not.
We're gonna get into it today. Period. When we
how was your eclipse? Let's talk about that. How was your eclipse day?
My solar eclipse was mediocre, to say the least. I mean, it was really cool. The effects of it was awesome. Getting to witness it, happy I got to do that, but mediocre.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you go outside like you said
I sure did. I had my front door, back door open, and I even had to think about that. I had to really pause because you know how we are. And I'm talking about, Black people. We don't like to just leave our doors open for anything. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? That just invites spirits in, blah, 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 blah. But I had cleaned my home. I had saged my home. I had windows open. I had from the way my house is set up, I have east and west. So I had them open.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let that breeze come on through. And sure enough, I had my front door open, and here comes Joe Bob pulling up in his truck during the damn eclipse.
Oh God!
I said, I know that's right, baby daddy. Come on in. Come on. Oh, Michelle's at work. Okay. Well, y'all catch this replay together because we're gonna talk about couples vacations, spouses vacations. So you chime in. I'd love to hear from both of y'all. What's up, Mod Squad? 504. But how was your solar eclipse, your totality? Because you were right in the line of totality, right? Just like us.
Mm-hmm. It was.
How did that go? You got some good pictures too, Godmomma.
I was proud of those pictures. Thank you.
You got some really good pictures.
It was interesting. We stayed in the house for the most part. We stepped on the porch because the sun was literally right, like, in front of the house. And so we just stood on the porch, and then we went inside. We only stayed outside for, like, the eclipse, and then because the energy outside was breathtaking and energy taking all at the same It was just weird because I went out to check on my animals, make sure that they were good, about, like, 1-ish, and I could tell, like, the sun was starting, the moon was starting to move in alignment because certain spots that used to have shade no longer had shade, or certain spots that didn't have shade now had shade. Um, and my dog, she was looking around like, "What the hell is really going on out here?" So, but for the most part, like you said, it was. I'm tired of y'all telling me the end of the world is coming and it ain't, and nothing happened. I have a card now where I've done lived through like 9 different apocalyptic moments. This is
Knock
crazy.
on wood now. Knock on wood, because listen, mediocre. But significant at the same time, right? That
Mhm.
little moment that I got to spend, and I was grounding during the eclipse, girl. I took my
Mm,
shoes off and stood in the grass. I sure did. I was grounding, and my dog was right there with me. He was like, "Yes." So I didn't get the. I know some people were saying, take warning, take
mm,
this, take that. Not me. I embraced it. It is what it is. I believe that, or they say from ashes to ashes, dust to dust,
right.
and I like a little sprinkle in between. So, oh, there's my
Yeah.
doggy. Hold on.
Yeah, I agree. It was, like I said, it was just, you had to be there type of moment, I guess, um,
Yeah.
but it was just it's like everything got sucked out of the room,
Mm-hmm.
and then it all got it's like somebody turned the light off and turned the light back on. Somebody was up there playing with the switches. Um, I don't know, but you
Yeah,
can
it wasn't that fast. It wasn't that fast, right? It was gradual. It was a very quick gradualness, but it
Mhm,
was gradual because even did you hear the birds? Like in my backyard, it's
mhm,
very there's squirrels, there's birds, there's a bunch of wildlife in my backyard.
right.
Um, so they were very like even from the time we woke up, from the rising until after the eclipse, they were very active. Just
Mhm,
not going overboard, but active. So, to me, it was gradual from where I was at. But I'm in a
mhm,
good location where I got to see it last. It said that it lasted in our area. It said it started at like 11:40 a.m. and lasted till like 1:40 or something.
mhm.
Just as far as not the whole eclipse, but just as far as the eclipsing. So that
Right.
was really cool. It was. It was like it looked like a movie outside for a few
Mhm.
hours. It was beautiful.
Yeah. It looks
I was
surreal, like a
Mhm.
and that's why a lot of people say, we went through a portal to a different, time zone not time zone, but, time lapse in space or a different dimension. You'll hear that a lot, now after the eclipse that, we're in a new timeline. So it just, it depends on your own belief, but you can definitely tell a difference,
Mm,
in just outside. And,
mhm,
and one of our people said, "Let's see what the next 10 days has for us." So
mhm,
after this,
mhm, mhm, and no
I
wonder I've been sleeping so hard, right? And it's been,
mm,
like, good sleep, like, not
mhm,
half like, sweaty sleep, crazy. I did have a crazy dream, but that was before the eclipse. Um,
mm.
it was, like, the night of the eclipse, which was cool. "Hey, hubby." He says it was half dark in Alabama. Ooh-wee, roll tide. We like a little half, don't we? No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, let's move on. Are we going on vacation or nah? Are we
Man.
going on vacation? Because we ended it, and I almost wanna share the screen and kinda, like, replay for y'all because I think Godmomma clipped it up for us. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll just let that bring us in. Let me clip up over here. Y'all hit the up like while you're here,
Thank you.
please and thank you. Ooh-wee. Let me see. You did a little thing for us. Yeah, you did. Let me share the screen with y'all. This is what we was talking about yesterday, or not yesterday, but the last time we went live. This is kind of one of the things we brought up, and it's led us to this. Let's see, what's that? Oh, let me turn the volume on. She did a little music with it too. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Godmama, I'm telling y'all, she the one with the
Those
graphics.
notions go on trips by themselves or do they have to stick with family?
Can they go with friends? Can they go not go with friends?
Would you let your wife of 13 years take her ass to Florida with a nothing ass bitch? Yes or no?
Mm,
Yes or no?
mm,
Yes or no?
we wanna know.
Would you let your man of 8 years, you know what I'm saying, go on a bachelor trip with his passport, bro?
No, baby, let's get even better. Would you let your man of 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, go on his little YouTube sector trip where no spouses are allowed, baby? Huh? Are we going? What are we doing? I want
Let's
to know.
go. Let's go. Let's go. We are some NAB sometimes, baby. But that's the topic for today. We going on vacation or no?
Or
Yes or
not.
no? Yes
And
or no?
even though we missed the conversation publicly, baby, the conversation, it did not just cease after that, okay? Whew.
Oh, baby. Salt
Jesus
almighty.
almighty. You sure know how
And
to come in at the perfect moment. Love it.
I didn't respond to Salt, but oh, he dropped down. I didn't, or maybe I did. No, I didn't respond to Salt, but it was brought to my attention that no, Salt would probably not let his significant other go on a vacation to Florida with an NAB like myself, and I'm confused by that. I really am because oh, he's back. I'm really confused by that.
All right, hello.
Hello,
Good
top of the
morning.
top, Grand
Great.
Rising.
What's going on? Y'all just randomly sent me a link. What's up?
Oh, we're doing our vacation pod. We're doing our vacation. Would
Mhm.
you or would you not let your spouse go on vacation with or without you? And depending on with who and why or why not, you had told me, well, so you had told me straight up, no, you would not let your significant other go on a vacation with me, with a nothing ass bitch like me. And then you were like, just kidding, Godmomma. But it was like, not just kidding, Lurker. Like, what? I've been celibate for over 2 years. Why not me?
Well, to be fair, when I made that comment, I said never would I let her, especially with some NABs, with a comma and a S, meaning plural, as in not just one. I mean both of y'all. I said she wouldn't go on vacation with both of y'all, number one. And then number two, I wouldn't let her go on vacation with all her little hoe ass friends. If she went there with her family or some shit, okay, yeah, go ahead. Go there with your mom, your dad, and all that. But no, with her friends, no. Because friends have a way of being a bad influence. Friends have a way of putting people in situations where they don't need to be in there. It's like all her little fast ass hoe ass friends trying to get guys to come around them. It's like, no, she don't even need that.
That's
But why
interesting.
but why her friends gotta be fast ass, slow ass hoes though?
Because she done told me stories about them being out there hoeing, the dudes that they done fucked, the dudes that they currently fucking, who they done went into detail about the shit that they done did. Well, they are some fucking hoes. Them bitches is fucking hoes.
Mm.
We all in our mid fucking 30s. They still out there living like they in their early 20s, just sucking random dick, getting drunk. Still, no way in your 30s should you still be waking up and thinking, oh man, I wish I hadn't got drunk and fucked so and so. They don't even know the nigga's last name. Now them bitches is fucking hoes. Don't get me wrong, they're nice girls. They've been respectful and friendly to me, but no, just because I'm respectful and friendly to you and you're the same way back to me, don't mean I can't see that you a hoe.
But how? Okay, the same way her friends are hoes right here, or not? I'm not saying right here, but you know what I'm saying. Is her friends are hoes right here? Because I've got a couple of friends that, well, one now. I don't have a couple anymore, but I have one friend that's still in her hoe leagues, and she is in her 30s. Salt. Um, but that doesn't reflect me right now. I could go out and have drinks with her, or go to dinner with her, or go shoot pool with her. That has nothing to do with me. So when we go on vacation, it's still the same.
Mhm.
She might be out looking for niggas or whatever. Not me. Okay. No.
Well. Okay. Well, here's where the man's perspective comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
It has everything to do with you. Don't get me wrong, because I even told you this. I trust my wife 100%. I know for a fact she would not do nothing with no other guy. But it's just like my wife told me all those years ago. It's not that she doesn't trust me. It's them bitches she don't trust. For me, it's the same. It's them niggas I don't trust. Okay, if you go out with three of your hoe ass friends and you ain't no hoe and you married, kids and everything, and they go out and they meeting and talking with random guys, people still use date rape drugs. Some of these niggas is fucking psychopaths. You and your hoe ass friends go out, next you know you done met up with the wrong crowd of dudes. Now there's multiple rape cases, all type of shit like that. It's like, no, you don't even need to be in that environment. There are still predators out there. I trust you. I don't trust them niggas. I don't trust. Hey, if a man, there's plenty of niggas out there. If they get drunk enough or they get high enough, they get handsy. They get touchy. They like to grab motherfuckers. Like, no, I don't want to have to go to somewhere or be pissed off because you 1,000 miles away and you done text me some nigga just grab my ass. We about to leave the club. No, I don't even want to get that fucking call.
And
I
well,
don't trust them.
can we say that we wouldn't put ourselves in that environment to begin with?
Right.
To begin with, I think some people think, oh, girls trip. They just going and dicks are just flying everywhere and they're just in this den. Can we go to an upper class? Me and a godmama was talking about we need to book Nobu so we can go have some rooftop lunch. Like
Mhm.
sometimes and if we go to travel, we don't want to be in some grimy. We understand that. We understand
Mhm.
that there's predators everywhere.
Mhm.
Now that limits us on vacation time. That's wild.
Well, now that you're doing that thing you do where you're adding extras into it and you didn't say none of this originally, if it's a situation like that, then okay, maybe if y'all just going out to lunch or going out somewhere where there ain't gonna be a whole
I'm
bunch of
not
dudes and you just
adding.
partying on a
I'm
girl.
not adding. I'm responding to what you the little scenario you set up. I'm responding to it. I'm not adding. Stop.
What do you mean the scenario I set up? I didn't bring up this vacation question.
No, I'm saying you're talking about date rape dogs and men grabbing your butt and blah blah. We're not in that
Right.
area. Like
He said T.
I'm
Hey,
just
the
responding,
question
my
was
love.
the question was
Are we going on
would you allow
vacation or
your
not?
girl would you allow your
Mhm.
girl to go on vacation? And I said if it's with her hoe ass friends who are hoes and who if they go on vacation, I know that that's what they're going to do because not all women are the same. Not all women are going to have the same type of um
Right.
feminine vacation, womanly vacation, whatever.
Right.
I'm saying for my wife, no, because her friends are some hoe ass thirsty bitches taking random dick constantly and be trying to tell her about it, and then she be trying to tell me about it, and I gotta tell her, don't tell me about that shit. No, her in particular, no. And I can understand why any man whose girl that he's married to, if she got some hoe ass friends, I can understand you. You know, just tell them to come over to the house. What do y'all need to go on a girls trip for? I know they're gonna be trying to take dick, and I know if they get drunk enough, they might try to persuade you to take dick or bring niggas around who get handsy feely. Because my wife is curvy, and handsy, touchy feely niggas, they like to grab shit.
Mhm.
I mean,
Okay.
listen, I
Go ahead,
okay, so
Godmama. Come
what
in real quick. And salute to the chat. Yes, hubby, I see your example. I have it pinned. We're gonna circle back to that. But hey, salute to the chat. Please hit the up like. Go ahead, Godmama.
so what I'm hearing basically is it's situational upon who your spouse or your partner's friends are and what type of
Yes,
people they are.
yes.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because I I understand the concept of I don't trust them, but if I'm gonna say trust is a you problem, not a them problem. You feel me? Like trust is a you problem, not a me problem. If you don't trust me, that's not my problem. That's your problem. You got to figure out how to work through that to end up trusting me or just not or just saying, fuck it, I don't even want to deal with you. But I understand the setup um because I've been in younger me have been has been in those types of situations too, where you think this is what's gonna happen, but somebody in the clique pulls an okey doke, so to speak, or we end up going on what we used to call a duck mission, and you'd end up fucked around somewhere. So over time, I learned how to weed out those specific types of people. But me and my girls, 3 of us, we went to Colorado for a week and we didn't wasn't no dicks flying everywhere, wasn't no touchy grabby feeling, but we were all on the same type of time. So I understand that situational upon the friends, but damn.
Right.
So,
Yeah. See.
like, because a lot of people are pushing the agenda that hell no, your significant other cannot go. And if you allow them to go, you basically setting yourself up for failure. And that's to me, that's unfortunate because that's taking away people's self-control and discipline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just
And we're
not
gonna flip this card too, because women, how do you feel about your spouse going out with his passport bro? With the nigga
mhm,
that he been, you know what I'm saying? They go to strip clubs together, stay out too late, ain't answering calls, and now they want to
mhm,
go on vacation together.
mhm.
Godmama talking
But
about trust is a you problem. Well, this nigga might not give me shit to trust.
exactly. So you gotta
He can't control himself when he with his passport bro. Come on
It's
now, let's talk about it, because there's a lot of women out there that be like that. There's a lot of women who, oh, he didn't answer the phone. I'm up all night. I'm going crazy. I'm this, that, and the other. We gonna flip the tables. We will.
Mhm.
But can we go on
well.
vacation or not? Because what's the point? If vacation's going to break your relationship, baby, reevaluate your fucking relationship.
I'm sorry. We both back here working.
Right.
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody? What
Hey,
up,
what's up?
Salt? Godmomma, Lurker, what's going on?
Peace.
Good afternoon.
I like this conversation. It's a cool one. So this is my take on it, and I agree. If a vacation is gonna break our relationship, yeah, that's pretty messed up. That's why I gotta kind of disagree with Salt when I'm like, hey, go ahead and go, because look, it, if you my chick to the point where you my chick like that, like you know what I'm saying, you baby mama, whatever, we stay together, you my wife, whatever. Okay, I know you. So you go ahead, you go out on that trip and you go do something that you're gonna be guilty about. I'm gonna know it. And you'll never be, you can come back, but you'll never be back. So you go do that if you want to. Makes me no difference.
Well,
Right,
So I
because
ain't worried about
Can
it.
you elaborate on that? What do you mean you'll know?
I'm
What do
gonna
you mean?
know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about what you're gonna do with your homegirls, because if you my chick, you wouldn't do it. Like
and when
chances
he
are
does it, I
you're
clarify.
not even gonna want to go with these chicks. You're not gonna want to go with these chicks. First question you gonna say, hey, your man coming? Y'all man, your man coming? Well, no, this is just a girls trip. Why the hell would I want to go on a trip with you without my man? I'd rather go on a vacation with my man.
What?
Out of here, man. Only reason why y'all gotta
What?
go out together is because y'all ain't got no man. I got one. I ain't trying to be like y'all. Like,
Okay.
that's what my chick would say.
What if it's a
I'm just
wives
being
trip?
honest. Like, yeah, hey, I like y'all.
What?
Y'all
So
cool, and y'all can come over when.
wives don't go on trips.
Hey,
And can I
I've never
clarify
gone on
once y'all are done?
I've never gone on one.
like I
I've
said,
never gone.
my my wife did, but she's my ex-wife now, so it is what it is. I don't know what she did on that trip, but she just happened to be
And
my
even if
ex-wife
I
now.
did go on a girls trip, we brought our kids and it was like a family vacation, and the spouse was working and caught up later or didn't make it or something like that. So
But
I have done a girls trip, but our kids were there.
what I'm saying is a situation like Salt was saying. Like his girl be telling him what type of stuff them chicks be doing. Okay, most of us, our women will tell us about their homegirls. They will tell us they don't trust their homegirls around us because they know what's up. You know what I'm
What?
saying? I'm just saying we Salt. Tell me you ain't heard that before.
Well, Salt
Well,
wants to
yeah, yeah.
clarify a couple things as well.
Like
So go ahead,
I ain't
Salt.
gonna try. You know what I'm saying? Like we've heard that. Y'all don't know because y'all are the homegirls. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or y'all are either the main chick or the homegirl or both. So y'all don't hear that part. Y'all don't hear about what's going on with the other chick and their dude. So we
So,
know that. You know what I'm saying? So when a chick's got some hoish girlfriends, we know. She knows.
well, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
when she comes to us and is like, yo, I wanna go out with just me and the girls. Like I know damn well 3 out of 4 of your homegirls that you going with are single, and the fourth one ain't single, but she be cheating on her dude all of the time. You be helping her to cover it up. So
right.
why would you even want to hang out? Birds of a feather flock together. And I'm not even having that argument. I'm like, go right on ahead. Nah, just
Nice.
go right on the head because you come back with a stench
Mhm.
on you. I'm going to smell it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm just going to know. There's no way that my chick can just look me dead in the face and lie, and I'm not gonna know. Like you can lie, but I'm gonna know you lying, or
Yeah.
you're gonna be guilty. I'm gonna know.
Oh, true. Come in, Salt. Come in, because I know you wanted
Yeah,
to clarify a couple things. Go ahead,
yeah.
babe.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to clarify. In no way is me and my wife's marriage like I just simply tell her what to do. No, I'm saying it has to do with respect. If there's something that she does, or if there's something I do that bothers her, and she tells me, "Hey, this bothers me. Could you not do that?" Or I'm uncomfortable with this for these reasons, then I'll say, "Okay, I won't do that because I respect you and love you enough to not do something that bothers you." She knows
Mhm.
it will bother me. So if I said, it's not like I'm just gonna say, "No, you can't go on vacation," and that's it. Like I'm not her. I'm not her fucking boss. Like don't get me wrong. I'm the head of my household, but ultimately we are still a team. If she knows that
Mhm.
it bothers me, and I express that it bothers me, she won't go, and I'll give her specific reasons as to why. It's like that has nothing to do with trust, insecurity, or anything like that. I don't trust that they won't put you in a situation. Because me and my home, like I told y'all the other day, my wife, she prefers when I hang out with my homeboys that we hang out at my house. If they decide they want to smoke weed or they cigarettes or they vapes or anything, they go out into the backyard. They can't stand out in the front yard. Why? Because she knows how my friends are. My friends are a bunch of gang members, set tripping ass, psychotic ass motherfuckers who I grew up with. And if somebody looks at them for a second too long, then a possible fight might happen. So she prefer I don't go out with those dudes, which I understand why. And oh, one of y'all mentioned something about a strip club. I would never go to a fucking strip club. That's stupid. You may as well go out and pay for a prostitute. Why the fuck you gonna give a bitch hundreds of dollars to get your dick hard, but not fuck you? That's tricky. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I wouldn't yeah, it's not like I tell her what to do. I was just express, nah, I'd rather you didn't do that. You're an adult. You could do it if you want to. Just know that it's kind of gonna bother me. And then you got things like Lurker said, where Ant said, like they'll tell each other shit. They'll tell each other certain shit. Bro code and sis code exist. I've even said on
Mhm.
panels, yo, if you my nigga and you went out, you done did some shit, hit my phone because she don't know where you was at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll lie like a motherfucker so that she'll think that she was with me the whole fucking day. That's bro code. But yeah, go ahead.
No, that's real. Hey, I mean, look, that is what it is, and I'm not trying to babysit no grown ass adult. Damn sure not no woman. So I'm not
Well,
telling you where to go and what not to go. But just keep in
let's
mind, you can come back, but you come back with some stench on you, then we can't just scrub off. Yo,
let's
you might just have to stay on the other side of the door.
well, let's address
Mhm.
reality. Let's address reality. And
Oh, that's
504
reality.
well, hold on, baby. 504 pointed out something, and I want to address that. What about women who have been taking girls' trips for years? Would you expect her to stop going like they have been doing annual girls' trip? There is something with womanhood. Salt's calling
Mhm.
it bro code, cishood, or cis code, or whatever. There is something about womanhood where we do naturally gravitate, especially when we get older, we've raised our kids and we're watching the next generation come up. We do want to gather together in a
Mhm.
womanhood type of vibe. That's ancient. That's just something we've done. Women have gathered together. Um, but you're right, and I won't knock that from you or Salt, saying there is some suspicious activity, and I'll pick up on it if you bring it back home.
Hmm?
I will say that. But us as the well, Godmama and I and a few others, as a stand-up woman, yes, birds of a feather flock together, but we know when to remove ourselves from that flock and say,
Mhm.
okay, I'm going to shut it down. It's my bedtime. Let me go call my kids. Let me FaceTime my husband. Let me go to bed. Now, these
Mhm.
birds stayed up all night, and me and the other girls are up making breakfast, doing other things. I'm with that. There are some times where I enjoy just some sisterhood type little vibes. I can't do it long. I don't know if I've never done a girls' trip in my whole life, but I have done trips where it was just me and the mom and the kids and we all linked up. It was my
Mhm.
grandma, my mom, my stepmom. It was all women. So I do know that. Now, as far as men, they do that shit. They go on fishing trips. Well, the men that I fuck with, they go on fishing trips, they go on hunting trips, and they don't take any women.
That's facts.
They go
Mhm.
golfing, they go do things. And I know that Jim Locker talk is going to be brought up, and I know they're going to do some questionable things, but I trust my spouse to come back. it is what it is. So are we going on vacation or not? What are all these stipulations? Um, and before we transition, what do y'all think about that? And then I want to transition to one other thing as far as going on trips, because Godmomma brought up going on internet trips. Because in the sectors that we're at, people go on cruises together. They go to link ups and make
No,
videos together. And
yeah, I
but
would say
before we do
this,
that,
but
what do you think about the womanhood trips? Do you
nah,
understand where we do that?
I mean, I wouldn't really care. I'm like that's, I wouldn't
Like you
care.
go on
Like,
fishing trips, right? Right. You
no,
wouldn't
it's
care
not.
if
It's
I
not. I
was
know
just
it's not the same. When me and the fellas, like when we say we taking a road trip, that grab be spur of the moment. We'll just get in the car and we'll go.
Right.
And yeah, it's gonna be dudes talk or whatever, but we know ain't gonna be no chicks or a bunch of chicks just coming up trying to hit on each one of us. Like that ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get prettied up, y'all go out, y'all know what's gonna happen. Okay, y'all are gonna have to tell dudes I'm married, whatever. You're gonna have to flash the ring. You're going to have to turn people away. We go out on that damn weekend. We ain't gonna have to turn no damn women away. All right, it's not even those types of environments. You know what I'm saying? We just fishing or whatever. We just chilling. We talking. We drinking. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And even if we do go out in a social setting, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's different with y'all. It's different with y'all.
hmm.
So we know it's a totally different trip.
Hmm.
Well,
He
as
attracts
far
Americans
as far
too.
as the girls trip, as far as the women trips go, for me it's like this. If you've been doing it for years, I could understand that. However, it comes down to two things for me. Number one, have those trips evolved? And number two, are your friends a bunch of hoes? If the trips have evolved from you guys, let's say you done went to you go to Miami for 1 week out of the year, and y'all been doing it since you was in your 20s, and now you just barely hit your fucking 40s. If those trips have evolved from y'all going to Miami to go to the clubs to y'all just staying at like some resort or something, getting your you know what I'm saying, at a spa, doing whatever the fuck, and there ain't no guys around it, and it's just y'all. If the trips have evolved, okay, number one, and then number two, if they was hoes back then and they still hoes now, then there's gonna be an issue. But if they ain't hoes no more, oh okay. Even if they're single, if they just not slutting around and they just, oh, I'm saving it for when I actually find my person and shit like that, okay. If the trips have evolved and whether they are still hoes or not, that's what it comes down to me. But yeah, I
Hey,
understand people do
let
that.
me just jump in before she pivots real quick. Oh, that's a good point. Like, did the trips evolve? Because at some point, you got to evolve from girls trips to couples trips. Like straight up. At this
Hmm.
point, we
Yeah,
can go rent an Airbnb, 9 bedroom, 6 bathroom, for the most part, mansion. You know what I'm saying? For 1,500, 2 grand for the weekend. Everybody pull up. Y'all got your chicks, you got your dudes. A few single people can be there too. But for the most part, everybody's together. The women are over there, the dudes are over there. That is
yeah.
what it is. So you can still have your little gatherings. You know what I'm saying? As people, but yeah, like girls trips. Now you should be doing couples trips at a certain point. Like we grown.
I love that. I love that.
Hmm.
Both of y'all. It should evolve. Period.
Because
It
the
absolutely should.
girls trip that I did go on, that was just, and we went for what, 4 days. One, my best friend, we've been best friends since high school, and she's exactly like me, same basically frame of mindset. And she was in a long term. She's married to the same man now. She was in a long term relationship. The other girl, she wasn't a hoe per se, but she didn't really have her life, quote unquote, together the way we had ours together, right? So she in Salt's eyes would have been considered the hoe ass friend. But again, she wasn't even on that type of time. Like we went to just enjoy Colorado and what Colorado had to offer because we all had kids, we all had men in our lives, and we wanted like a quote unquote break, back to when you were single, back to when you didn't have kids and you could just lay in the bed all day, or you know what I'm saying, just that type of vibe. But I totally get the not wanting your significant other to go with their friends if their friends have a bad history, but I really don't want that to ruin it or set the standard for all. You know what I'm saying? Because I speak about this a lot over here. A lot of people watch social media, and a lot of people use social media as their Bible to live life. And so if we're gonna push the narrative that hell no, women can't go on vacations because they're gonna have dicks flying and this, that, and the third, that's unfortunate for the women who, that's not what type of time they're on. And then they come across men, single women, they come across men who have that idea that, hell no, my woman can't go nowhere unless I'm there. Now she's got issues with her girlfriends when they're a really good couple, but they just have this, she wants to go on a trip with her friends, and he's like, "Bitch, you leave, it's over." And I'm not saying neither one of you gentlemen said that, but that is the space a lot of times. If you walk out that door, it's over.
Well, Godmomma, that's pretty much like what I heard what Salt said. That's pretty much what it is. Like when he says, look, I'm not gonna tell you can't do it, but just understand that if you do it, it's gonna bother me. And then if you do it anyway, it's not like, look, I'm pissed off that you did a girls trip. Nah, he doesn't care about that. It's the fact that you knew something would bother me and you did it anyway. You don't even give a shit about whether or not you bother, like you do things that piss me off and bother me. This is a small scale, but what if it's an even bigger deal? Like we're not on the same page. Like I'm just saying that's the way I would take it, and that's why. And I think you see it just the way it is. But that's why if you walk out of that door, there ain't no coming back because you knew it would bother me and you didn't give a shit. So if I got a woman that doesn't care if what she does bothers me, she needs to just stay on the other side of that door.
Got you. And I appreciate you elaborating more on that so it can get kind of concreted that it's not the simple fact of you going on the trip, it's the simple fact of you disregarding my feelings
There you
about
go.
it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I
And
think that's where Salt was getting at with it, but that's what I
right.
took from it, and that I share
Yeah,
that
pretty
sentiment.
much.
I still
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm gonna pivot because I still feel some type of way. I still feel like I should be able to skirt, jump on a plane with the homegirl. If me and my bestie feel like it, I should be able to pick up in a fucking plane and dip the fuck out. Now, if we call 3 other homegirls to meet us on my little wild hair hurrah, I feel like I should be able to do that. I'm a grown woman, and you should be able to
Is
trust me.
that
I'm not.
is that
Well,
selfish though?
hold on.
No, but Salt,
It is a
but
little
but I
selfish.
don't
It
think she
is.
understands though is that you can do it, but what you can't do is have your cake and eat it too. Understand it makes your man uncomfortable, and he may not be there waiting for you when you get back. So go do what you want to do. You do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, yeah. I hear that. So am I?
But
Am
y'all
I?
are like, I want to be able to do it and keep
No,
my
no, no,
man
no.
too, and it's like it
No,
don't
no,
work
no.
like
It's
that.
like, is there not a
You know?
decompressed moment? So me and my best friend live like 8 hours from each other. We've been friends for very, decades or whatever. So am I not allowed to link up with her real quick? Like, I haven't seen you. I need to get away from these kids. It does sound, let's do couple stuff, but that might not line up to what the couple situation is. Like, I need my bestie real quick. Can I go link up with you?
Well, I call that that's the perfect moment to put your turn signal on. Let your partner know about it. You just up and doing something like spontaneously when you're in a partnership, because I mean, say you're running a business with someone and you're about to buy X amount of whatever, you would tell them, right?
Right.
Just to make sure it's not going to cause some sort of problem. And I brought up the word selfish because even the way you started off the sentence, I feel like I should be able to, oh, you feel like, so your feelings trump mine in this situation that we both decided to be in. You didn't start the sentence. I think this might not bother him, but I better make sure. No, you started off. I feel like I should be able to. Oh, okay, because that's what matters. Not both of our feelings, just yours. You feel like you need to go on this girls' trip, even if you know it'll bother your significant other. And like, I notice a lot of people starting off a lot of sentences like that. I feel like I think, or I know. No, it's I feel like I should be able to. Oh, you feel like you should be able to. Well, guess what? Many people feel many things in many situations, and not having emotional discipline is going to get you fucked up in the end. Any and everybody. It's not. And I'm not even.
And that is
I'm not even
selfish.
tying this just to you.
Yeah. No,
No,
that
I
is selfish
know.
when you put it that way. Well, I feel
Yeah.
like I should be able to do this. That's selfish. So you're
But
right. And
if we stand in accountability, right? I notice a lot of times that's what we say, women, I feel. because I have to catch myself. Because do you feel? And feeling is a valid thing, right? Having a feeling is valid, but is it real?
Mm, mm. I feel like I deserve to go on this vacation. I'm tired of these kids and these dishes and this
Mhm.
boots and this.
And you do. You deserve to have everything that you want, but you probably won't get it. That's just life. Like, I
Exactly.
mean,
Okay. For almost the last 20 years, I've been playing the lotto. I, in the bottom of fully with all my heart, I really feel like I should win the fucking lotto one of these days. I feel like it. Is it gonna happen though? Does it to some people even sounds kind of crazy, but guess what? It's what I feel, so it's immediately validated because it's what I feel. I don't know about that.
Mm, mm.
I'm just like, man, we understand these things. Like, it's a bunch of stuff we should be able to do. I remember one time a while back, I was just at my homie's crib playing cards. You know what I'm saying? I knew wifey wanted to chill for the night, but I just really didn't want to be in the house. So I told her I was going out of town, handle some business for the evening. And I fucked up with the bro code thing. I told her I was with a homie. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell him what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I figured I was with him, so it wasn't a big deal. Whatever. She ends up calling his wife. You know? And the wife's like, nah, man, they right over there playing cards. Ain't no big deal. Right around the corner. Huh? What? I thought they was going
Mm,
to such and such. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was.
mm.
So, hey, am I doing
So
something
then,
innocent? I'm doing
do you
something innocent,
understand?
but
So
I'm
then
not
you
being
understand
truthful
it.
with her. And I'm just saying, we end up getting into an argument, and things just ain't never really the same because I wasn't truthful. You know what I'm
Mhm.
Yes.
saying?
See? Okay, so maybe I feel might be but that is the truth though. That is how I feel. And Godmama said maybe that's how women use it. That's how we verbalize our thought process. Well, I feel like blah blah blah. But like Auntie said, let me just dip out real quick. Like
Mhm.
just 2 hours. I'm going to play cards. It's nothing big, but it's not that you weren't telling her because she wouldn't trust you and la, 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 la. It was just like, let me slide out real quick. I'll be right back. And just
Mhm.
if my best friend lived down the street, trust and believe I'd have a lot of slide out time. Like, let me slide out real quick because me and her play dominoes like nobody's business. So let me slide out.
Right.
I
But
don't
we
know
should do
though. It and I somebody in the chat, it was Hubby put in the chat. He said it's trust. That's what it boils down to. No, it's I think it's just honest communication.
Mhm.
Whether it's I feel or I think. Yeah, we think, oh, trust, trust, trust. But if you're open and honest with your conversation, that builds trust.
Mhm.
Like, I'm gonna slide out for 2 hours. I know you want to go see homegirl. Let me do this. When I get back, you go see homegirl.
Mhm. Because
Build honest
relationships
communication.
are
If I'm telling you my friend's a hoe and I don't fuck with half shit she do, you should be able to trust me that I'm fixing to dip out with this bitch. I know she a hoe. I got it.
right. Right.
I got
And
it.
a lot of people don't wanna be vulnerable either. It goes to a lot of deeper things, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not always just
Hi,
trust.
bestie. Hi,
'Cause
bestie.
sometimes you just want that separation, but you don't wanna hurt someone else's feelings
Mm-hmm.
because women are, "I feel, I feel, I feel." You know?
Well, no, I mean, I know. In that situation, I just didn't tell the truth because I didn't want to have no argument about it. I just wanted to get
Exactly.
out.
But that's the thing. What's vice versa though, right? I just want to go
Mhm.
slide with the homegirl. I don't want no argument, bro. I just want to go slide with vice versa, auntie. Vice versa.
Mhm. Mhm.
I want
I
to go
mean,
slide with the homegirl real quick. I'll be right back.
no, but that's just like he said. You gotta communicate. Once you let
Mm-hmm.
this, he's gonna be like, yo, I don't like her. She be on that BS or whatever. And then you be like, okay, I get it. And then you wait 5 minutes, play with your phone for a second, and say, she's really messed up. She really needs me. Okay, I'll be
Mhm.
back in X amount of time, whatever. You know, baby, I love you, whatever. And then you go. You know, y'all know what to do.
So let's pivot
But
real
but
quick
just
though.
because you took his thoughts, his feelings into consideration before you did anything, that goes a long way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah, it does.
But
Because the last
when he
thing a
says
man
when he says
wants
I
is
don't want you
trouble.
to, and you just start an argument and do it anyway. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's when the problem comes.
It's like I'm sure you guys have all been hearing a lot lately. Men go out in the world and they deal with a shit ton of problems. They don't want to come home and have to deal with another one. Be his peace, not his problem. You know what I'm saying? It's about being open with one another, expressing what it is that bothers you. Because like I'm real big on respect. If I tell you something bothers me and you do it anyway, and I know for a fact I told you that this thing bothers me, but you went ahead and did it anyway without any. Don't get me wrong, there are certain situations that happen where people will accidentally do some shit, and I can tell, like, oh no, they're sincere. They really didn't mean it like that. I can forgive you. But if I know you blatantly did that shit, especially if we in a fucking relationship, it's like, oh no, that's just blatant disrespect. And what happens if you try to push the envelope later? What happens if it grows? What happens if you done did it so much that both of us become desensitized to it? So you decide to do something else. You know what I'm saying? So it has a way of building. But like I said before, it has to do with have the trips evolved, are your homegirls hoes, and not to mention there's different levels of hoishness. Y'all can have some friends who are hoes, but they keep that shit on the low, and every time y'all go out, she might get a dude's number or give a dude her number or whatever. And then there's some who are just outright hoes, screaming and yelling, making it known to the world, and they don't give a fuck, and they want all their homegirls to join in on the hoishness with them. It depends on the level of hoe as well.
I like classy hoes. Classy hoes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I like classy hoes. Where like
Whatever floats your boat.
you vibe in right, and you look
You
around,
can't be
and
my
she's
friend with
behind,
your
and then and then she walk, and then you see her walking back, like, oh, okay, there she go.
Well,
Those types,
most men don't like their wives or women on girls trips with classy hoes. We saying we're not
I
gonna
bet
do
they
it.
don't. I bet they don't.
But to be fair, on the flip side of the coin, we don't really like our husbands to go on bro trips with
Mm-hmm.
setup artists,
Mm-hmm.
Those will
Yeah.
cause
I'm gonna bring
arguments.
some bitches back to the room type of friends.
Mhm.
Stop
Mhm.
playing.
Stop
Stop
playing with
playing.
me.
Let me address you. Hi, T Black. I love you. I miss you. Thoughts overweigh feelings. It's not a good idea to make decisions based on feelings. I highlighted this because I truly make 90% of my, I'll get flack for this. I don't give a fuck. I make decisions based on my feeling, my gut feeling, my intuition, sir.
Mm.
It's when I start letting my thoughts cloud me, doubt me. If I go with my first instinct, my first gut feeling, I never miss. It's that 10% when I let my thoughts come in. I promise you
Wait,
that, baby.
you
First
said you've never, as far as your gut feeling, your intuition goes, you've never been wrong on it. You 100% your entire life.
Mm-mm.
It's
It's
been
when my
flawless.
no, it's been my thoughts. 90% of the time, my gut has led me right where I needed to correct, right or left. My gut said right. And I'll go, no, but look over here at left. And I went left and fucked up royally.
your first mind. I've noticed that too. If I don't listen to what they consider your first mind, that gut feeling, I end up fucking myself in the end. But whatever. But I like where this conversation evolved to, because we started off with hell no, we won't go, to, well, maybe if she has some, decent friends and they're just going to the spa, okay, cool. You know, and if we respect each other's feelings in the process, okay, cool. We going on vacation. So I think we going on vacation. I really do. I'm going on vacation. I don't know about none of y'all, because I can meet them requirements. That's why my husband allows me to go on vacation without
Not
him.
allows. Not allows.
Well, people love those words, right? Allow. My man allow me to do these things. But I agree with what everybody said, because I'm the same way. Like, if you got some suspect friends, we're gonna have to have a conversation, and you can call it what it is. You can call it controlling. You can call it my way or the highway. But I think, like everybody has
No,
said, it comes down to
yeah.
respect of feeling, respect
Mhm.
of how this is making me feel. Knowing that you're about to go on an adventure with people
Mhm.
who could have you in jail, people who could have you in a casket, people who could have
Mhm.
you in a brothel, just
Mhm.
crazy things can happen,
Mhm.
especially in
Yep.
today's age where white vans are pulling up, snatching women left and right.
But the thing is, just like Salt said, like you saw when you mentioned the strip club, he's like, I'll be damned, like that's a waste of time. So his wife knows, like he can end up in a brothel. That'll just be a funny ass story when he gets back. Ain't gonna be nothing. You know, ain't gonna be nothing.
Moment.
'Cause
Kylie.
yeah,
Kylie.
I'm just saying, just because he's in a brothel don't mean he's gonna go and get loose.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
Kylie brought
Just
up a point. She said, she needs her man to go because she get horny on vacation. And she do. She
Uh,
be packing Jimmy up. She packs Jimmy up. You hear me? Jimmy, come on. We going over here. She packed Jimmy up. You hear me?
nah,
Kylie says she gets
that's real though.
horny on vacation. Let's talk about that
So,
aspect,
so
right?
she's being real. She's like, hey, I'm gonna screw somebody. So it might as well be you, since you my man and all. That's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she do. She pack her
So
man up. Come on.
are we gonna allow people on the vacation that they say, and this isn't directly towards Kylie at all, but it brings up the point of, well, I can't go unless my man goes, or I can't go unless my wife
No, no,
goes.
no, no, no. No, Kylie go on vacation without
Right, you're right. No,
she
but
been
I'm
on
just saying,
vacation
like,
without
'cause
a
that's
man.
the
Don't do
thing.
it. But we had our
uh,
kids. So we weren't on that. We had our kids. We was like, we was on mommy duty and the kids were younger than they are now. You remember Kylie and Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi. Our kids were younger then. Okay. So we was on mommy duty, but we needed a vacation.
Mhm.
So we went and did a mommy vacation. We needed it. Like, fuck it, we bringing the kids too.
And see, that's one thing that
well,
will make me not go is if someone has to bring their significant, like, I'm a woman. So if someone has to bring their spouse with them, most of the time I won't go because to me that adds a whole new dynamic in the vacation, right?
Yeah.
Because now where I'm just with my girls, so I can kind of let my guard down a little bit in that sense, where now I can't because there is a man present, you know? And
Facts. It's
now
like
my
when you
husband feels
That's
some
how
type
we
of
feel
way.
about the kids. It's like she said
Right,
she went on vacation with the kids. Yeah, when we go on the damn road trip, we usually don't go with the kids.
right.
We might bring the teenage boy, if
yeah.
anything, or the 18-year-old is our designated driver.
Oh well, the
You
kids are
know,
grown now. We
we
doing
might
that
do
type of
that.
shit now.
That's
Yeah.
about as much. Yeah, but even when
Yeah.
the kids were kids, like we don't take the kids on our damn road trips. Hell no, we let the women do that. Yeah.
Exactly. We know. We know. And
We
we do.
know.
And we do. And
But
we
y'all
do.
understand that. Y'all don't want the kids around men.
You right, Auntie. If we gonna keep it a buck, we're gonna keep it a buck because it would low key make me nervous, like, because it's just I'm a mother. It's that motherly instinct. If my children are not with me, they're with this group of men, and these men got their kids, and I know how y'all get down when y'all got all the kids together. The kids kind of like fend for themselves, like really low key, and I would just be a nervous wreck the whole time. So yeah, that's mm-mm, mm-mm. No, we good.
um,
Thank you. Take the
I would
teenagers.
like to
I'm
bring
with
up
that.
something.
Take the teenagers.
I was about to say
When
we take
y'all are,
teenage boys. You know,
Mhm.
we always make sure they come with us.
when,
But we even keep an eye on that because y'all not bringing my virgin baby back broken and dysfunctional and learn some shit he didn't need to learn. Okay.
Yeah, that poor
Hold on.
who was that?
Man,
So go
Boosie?
ahead.
we be
Stop.
having them
Y'all
wash
not.
the
Y'all not.
car.
Don't do it. Y'all not gonna boosie badass my son. Period.
I would like to ask the ladies something.
It's
As
important that
far
one
as
second those. Hey, real quick. It's important that those boys hang around men. It is important.
exactly,
Yeah, but go ahead, bro. My bad.
yeah, no, that's all right. But no, answer right. Yeah, it's important. Little boys, hey, yo, young men need to be around grown men. Um, as far as the ladies go, when you're married to a man or you're in a relationship with him, would you want him to be the leader?
Say what now? I'm sorry. What?
If you're with a man, you're married with a man,
Mhm.
and he's the head of the household. Do you want him to be the leader? Would you
Oh,
rather
he
he be
gonna
the
have to
leader in the
be.
relationship?
He gonna have
He's
to be.
the leader.
Okay. What are some of the, if you could just name me three off top, what are some of the duties of a leader?
The lead.
Guide. Oh, she said lead. I was gonna say guide. My word
Give
would be guide.
give direction,
Guide.
instructions.
Yes.
Well, hold on. Let the ladies answer. As a leader, as a
I
spouse,
feel like
guide, lead.
We know where this is going.
I feel like he
feel
has to pay
like-
all the bills in the house. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, definitely has to guide, lead, and someone with I like to say backbone, but I guess you call it
Mhm.
integrity.
Mhm.
Ah,
Some people call it bravado. Some people
Mhm.
call it,
Mhm.
you can't be no bitch. You
okay,
know what I'm
well,
saying? Like, you I don't
And
know.
then I guess my
well,
third
Alleviate
would
people
be to
take
me as a leader would be compassionate.
mm,
Okay.
uh-huh.
Being
mhm.
able to
Well, I
guide,
say
have a
that to say
backbone,
this.
and still compassionate.
Well, I say that to say this because about 2 to 3 minutes ago, one of you guys, well, first it was Godmomma, and first it was Godmomma. She said, "Yeah, they like to
Here
use
we
these
go.
words like allowed and this and that." And so I'm just saying, it's like, okay, you want a man, you want him to be the leader, you want him to lead you, but you don't want him to tell you what to do. Am I getting that correct?
I said guide.
I'm asking you a question. I know what you said. No, I'm asking you a question. You want him to lead, but you don't want him to tell you what to do because y'all brought up the word allowed. Like, oh, I'm not allowed to do anything. But then
Leading
Godmama
does
turned around and said, will they be allowed to come on the trip? It's like, why would they not be allowed to come on a trip with their girl?
leading and forced into I don't want to say like conversion or whatever, but that's not the same. Leading and guiding are not the same as allowing or not allowing.
Okay.
I mean, forcing your. But you're right. Okay, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
I know what she
I
means.
didn't say
I,
force. Yeah, I didn't say
Guiding
force though.
and
I
I,
didn't
I
say
know
leading.
what she means
I said
because
tell me what to do.
being
Give me
told what
direction.
to like not being told what to do is kind of like a trigger term for anybody, not
Mhm.
even just women, but more so with women, especially in this day and age.
Yeah,
But
most
at the same time, I know what she means, and it's like, look, it means guide me. In other words, you lead me, I'll go in your direction. But if you see me veering off that path or that direction, that's when you put me back in line. Ain't none of that just telling me what to do shit. I'm not a pet. I don't do tricks just because you give me an order.
well,
You know,
hey,
I get what she's
let me
coming
ask you a question there, bro. Well, and let me ask you a question. How often do women get confused with a man trying to guide them with a man trying to tell them what to do? How
consistently.
often do they
A
get
lot.
that confused?
A lot. But that's the pressure that's on a man. Like you don't a leader is supposed to not just convey the message, but you got to convey it in a way in which your
And
subordinates and followers receive it like that. You have to.
right.
So even though you're saying
And for
things that
those,
make sense, they speak a different language than you do. Just like when she's telling you one thing, it's like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but that might not necessarily be what you're trying to tell me. And they get like that
right,
too. It's like they're the opposite. They don't
right.
hear what we're trying to,
For
you know what I'm saying? Like what we're saying and what we're trying to tell them is the same thing, but they kind of turn it off just because of our tone or
exactly.
trigger terms or the fact that we are men to, you know what I'm saying, telling them to do the opposite of what they feel. So it's like,
I,
yeah.
I literally heard a man say the other day, it's not about what you said, it's about how you said it. And I think it's funny how you would how you said that shit because it's well
T-Black.
not you said that, but what was it that you said? Because you said it like 30 seconds ago. Basically, well you
What?
yeah, see it seems like you're agreeing with me. It's yeah, I lost my train of
He
thought. Yeah, go ahead.
no, he absolutely was. He was just saying veer them back on track. It's that harshness. It's a trigger for a word to say, or a trigger for a
Oh,
woman to
I
say.
remember.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I remember now. For those of you who have ever been in a relationship or in a relationship, if your man ever starts off a sentence with, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, then y'all got it. Then you have a problem with getting his guidance confused with him trying to tell you what to do. As a matter of fact, that's not even just for women. That's for a lot of people.
Well,
Not trying to tell you what to do, because a lot of people get that shit confused.
sometimes, Salt. It's the it's a place of ego. These women these days, and sisters, I'm gonna call you out. I love you. These women these days have an ego the size of a giant. Where it's like, don't tell me what to do. I'll go get a job. I'm not in control. You don't have to pay my bills. And this, that, and the other. So it's even harder for a man. And I shout out to the brothers. it's even harder for a man to guide her righteously. And that's why you pick your even yoke. When a woman has that ego, that's your time to be like, this ain't the chick for me. It's not your time to break her, because then when you focus on that, then you turn into a a a, a, a jaded man.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes this narc ego that builds up in a man. You become jaded because this big old big back bitch built from social media and Instagram influences, it has no, you know what I mean? So find your yokes, man. If the bitch ain't for you, you don't need to tell her that. Just move around.
Thank you. Other side of the door, big one with the lock on it. Get yourself there. Appreciate you.
Right.
Salt Lurker is getting better at not interrupting. Can you please, Kylie, stop? Am I getting better? Okay, good. Great.
Hi.
That's why we said women are
Aloha.
more narcissistic. Hi, Nikki. Welcome to the panel. That's why we said women are
Hey,
more
what's up?
narcissistic.
Hey.
No. They just have more narc tendencies. But we'll get into that. But I want to
like
get back.
that right there.
I want to get back to the vacation thing, but come on in, Nikki Chime, and I want to get back to this vacation thing because I have some things penned. But go ahead,
Ooh.
Nikki. Come on.
Well, I came up here because Salt just got my blood boiling with just one thing he said, as usual. Hi, Salt.
Here we go. Come on, crowns.
If a man is going to expect to be followed, bottom line is he has to be worthy of leading. And there's just no way around that. You can't just expect to be followed by default because you're carrying a winky around. That's not how that works. And a lot of men are not emotionally or socially mature enough to control themselves, their own temptations, their own tendencies, their own faults and shortcomings. They're more worried about putting themselves first, gaining for themselves, building their own kingdom. And they're not really leading, they're dragging people along with them. And that's not the same. If I'm going to follow a man, I'm looking to him if he can control himself. I'm looking to him if he stands on principle, if he does what he says he's going to do, if he don't bullshit, if he's calm, if he has patience, if he puts himself second. That's the man I'm going to follow, not some alpha male. I'm high value. I own things. I don't give a fuck. I ain't following that idiot.
Puts himself second. In
Hold
what
up.
manner?
Yes.
Elaborate on puts himself second.
Okay, we like an analogy, a battlefield. The commander of the troops, the troops have more morale if their commander is out there fighting with them, not back in the office telling them what to do and where to go to die. The person leading the charge needs to be at the front of the charge, putting themselves in harm's way, putting themselves in the line of fire, putting themselves directly in the thick of it, and protecting the people that follow him. So putting himself second in order to lead effectively and not just drag people along with him.
Okay. Can I jump in for a second? All
Yeah,
right.
please.
So, and I agree with her on that. A leader should always put himself second, but he doesn't put himself second behind the followers. He puts himself second behind the mission. And the followers follow him because of that. Because it's something bigger than all of them that you're fighting for. That's why he's out there leading the charge. So when people say, well, especially when a lot of women would say, the man's got to be able to lead, I ask, why does that man even have a woman in the first place? You don't get with the man and then say, oh, well, he's not fit to lead. That's why I don't follow him. Why did you get with him in the first place? If he didn't have those capabilities, he's never even should have had you as a woman. Makes no sense to get with somebody and then say he's not worth following. And that's the issue that we have. So I hear a lot of people complaining that men aren't leaders, but I'm like, if you weren't either you weren't with those men or those men weren't getting women to begin with, what would anybody be complaining about?
I think that you can learn about a person as time goes on, and just because your initial impression of somebody was that they were a leader, you may find out in due time, sooner rather than later, that they in fact are not.
Yeah, I'm just saying, as men, we know better. We don't marry and get with and decide to spend the rest of our lives with people based on a first impression. You know what I'm saying? We try to know everything that we can about them as much as we possibly can. You'll never really know everything. You know what I'm saying? Because people grow, people evolve. But if this isn't the type of woman that I think can bear my children, shows me a certain level of respect. You know what I'm saying? Be the woman of the household, be somebody that I don't mind showing off to those around me. I'm not embarrassed by all of those different things. And I know she's got my best interest and the mission's best interest in mind. That's when we get married. You know
I
what
have
I'm
a
saying? I'm not
question.
gonna marry her and then be like, damn, she don't do any of those things. What the hell? Something's wrong with her.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
I have a question. Do you expect a woman to come out the gate, or your follower? We'll just take gender out of it. Do you expect your follower, the person who looks to you to lead, to come out the gate with that level of respect, saying, "Oh, this person said they were a leader. This is my first impression, so I only have what they said to go on." Do you expect the follower to come out the gate with all due respect of a proven leader, or do you expect some level of pushback, of boundary exploration, or things like that, to give the leader an opportunity to prove that they are in fact that leader? Or do you see the lack of respect, maybe not lack of respect, but less than the expected level, and go, "Nah, fuck that bitch," or "Fuck that person"?
I can answer that.
Do you
Go
know
ahead.
what I'm saying? Like, did my question make sense?
I can answer that.
Okay,
And
please
to
do.
quote you, Nikki, when people tell you who they are, you have to believe them.
That's right. No, Salt, when people show you if you're gonna quote me, don't fucking misquote me, Salt.
Here we go with the quotes.
Well, I
We
mean, originally that was what you said, and then I
I
made the
said when
correction
people
when people
show
show
you.
you who they are.
And
Yeah, when people show you who they are.
that was just going to be my point. And if somebody shows you that they're either not a leader or haven't shown you that they're a leader, you don't commit to that person yet. It's that simple. This is why so many people get disappointed. They're like, yo, that person wasn't a leader. It's like, no, they really weren't your leader because you put the wagon before the horse. You weren't looking for a man to lead you. You were just looking for a man for whatever
Right.
reason. Maybe it's because he was handsome. Maybe it's because he was nice to you. Maybe it's because he was friendly. Maybe it's because he made you feel a certain type of way. Who knows? But it damn sure wasn't because he was a leader.
Well, this whole thing started when she had said he has to be worthy. Okay, then you ladies, tell us, give us just a quick list. What
Nobody
makes a
answered
man
my
worthy to
question.
be your leader?
Nobody answered my question. Do you
I
expect
did
the
answer it.
respect?
I said when people show you who they are, you have to believe them, right?
Nah,
That
Like
wasn't
you said.
that wasn't my question. My question was, as the leader, do you expect followers to show due respect
Godmama,
out
did
the
you get
gate
my text?
before proven,
Mhm.
or do you feel
Okay.
that the leader needs to prove?
Sorry to interrupt everybody. Godmama, did you get my text, my love?
Yes,
You guys
I
have?
take you back.
Okay. All right.
nah. In some cases that is the case. In a lot of cases, it's not, just because of the certain circumstances in which you get into a relationship or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
You usually, when you get into a relationship where you either cohabitating, getting married, or whatever, there's going to be a dominant figure in the relationship. Whether that's
Understood.
just with finances, the household, like somebody's usually going to move in with somebody, somebody's going to be taken. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's life is going to be more like the other ones. You know what I'm saying? After a while.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not like we're just going to build this brand new life together and both of our lives are just gone. Somebody's going to assimilate for the most part. You know what I'm saying? You guys are going to compromise. So usually by default, that person's the leader, whoever's being assimilated to.
Right. And
You know?
my question was from
And more
Nikki
often than
versus
not,
one of
that's
the
the
panel.
man. I'm assuming most women would respect that if that's the man. You guys are more comfortable assimilating to our lives than we are assimilating to yours. And I think that's a problem that a lot of women have. They expect men to assimilate to them. And it's just really not in our nature to do it.
Mm,
Most definitely.
What
Yeah.
I can
that
see
I,
is,
you
I've
were
heard
breaking
something
up for
recently
him.
that a lot of times a woman will start off a sentence saying, a real man would, and then the following sentence will be something that lowers him, that puts him below her. It's like, okay, so a real man would do this. Don't get me wrong. I'd take a bullet for my wife. I'd die for my family and everything. However, just small shit that a real man would do this, when it's no, a real man wouldn't do that. You want your man
so
to just basically let you do that, just like the girls' trips, just like all of that shit. It's like you want someone to be a leader, you want someone to guide you, but you keep getting them guiding you confused with, they trying to tell me what to do. A real man wouldn't do that. Well, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to guide you. You get it?
So the language may have changed, but the sentiment is the same. A real man would or wouldn't, it is just the language. 500 years ago or 300 years ago or whatever is, in order to prove your love, you would or you wouldn't. It is natural for a woman.
Right.
Uh-oh. I think her connection got lost or something.
Yeah.
She might have accidentally hit that X. I do that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she said one thing before she gets back on. I would like to address something.
She was saying, like, most of the time you have to test your quote unquote leader to really see if they're your leader, and sometimes for women, we end up having to go through stupid situations. You're still breaking up, babe.
You're borging.
Yeah. Your connection is a little weird, it sounds like. But sometimes us as women have to, we have to put ourselves in stupid situations to
Yeah.
test if this man is really a leader or not, or can lead me. And sometimes that takes us having kids. We thought we were going to get into that conversation one of these days about who really makes a single mother and single motherhood and that. But,
Yeah.
it all falls down to how we don't communicate exactly the same, because I'm a woman, you're a man. I feel, you think, right?
Yeah.
So we're always gonna have these moments where we're clashing or we're not agreeing or someone's not being heard or someone is feeling disrespected. But, we talk about this a lot. You have to figure out why it's bothering you
All right.
so much.
So, Godmomma. All right. So I used this analogy a few weeks ago, right? So check this out. Imagine you're 17 years old. You got like a 4.2 GPA. You're the class salutatorian, valedictorian, whatever. You got all these college acceptance letters. You know what I'm saying? Scholarships, all of this stuff, right? You go to any
Mhm.
school you want. How much thought on a scale of 1 to 10 are you going to put into choosing that college and the career and all that other stuff? How much on a scale of 1 to 10?
At 17, shit, probably about a 3.
Hey, and keep in mind, you got a 4.2 GPA.
Mhm.
Okay? 4.2. Been working your ass off, studying all that shit. You know?
Mhm.
You
I
you
mean,
you you got it. You got all these acceptance letters. You can make this. I mean, it's a college. You know?
right.
It's you know what I'm saying? It's how much thought are you going to put into choosing that college? You really on a 3, 1 to 10?
At 17 years old, and because I'm looking at it as this: if I already have all of these acceptance letters, and I have a 4.2, and this, that, all the things you mentioned, I pretty well already know where I want to go. So if
Okay.
I was
So
already
you've already
accepted,
made that. No, so you've already made that decision though.
right,
So how
right.
much thought did you put into it when you've made that decision already? This is where I
Oh,
want to go.
probably close to a 10. Over the
Exactly.
years,
All right.
you're
So
constantly putting
so
your
that's the point that I'm making. At 17 years old, but it's amazing how I could talk to both women and men in their 20s, 30s, and 40s that are like, whatever, I'll just pick a
Mhm.
man or a woman, whatever. She got a big old butt, cool. You know what I'm saying? She can fry some
Right,
chicken, cool. She don't yell.
right.
He got swag. He fine. He make a certain amount of money, whatever. You know, like somebody that will father your children that you
Mhm,
could possibly be with till death do us part. People think they just got do-overs for that, but a college
mhm,
that they'll be at for 4 to 6 years, they'll put a level 10 into that thought. It's
mhm.
pretty bass backwards. I think people confuse relationships. They think that they're gonna have do-overs, and
Mhm.
you don't always get it. Just because you have choices and options doesn't mean you're gonna get a do-over.
Correct.
You know, and I think if more people just put more thought into it, you more likely to make the right choice to begin with, and you won't have to make those mistakes of
Mhm.
possibly having to have kids with somebody, or and just ending up in a messed up situation to find out this wasn't the right person for you. If you put that thought into it first, that's just the thing that I see a lot of people. Some people are just a little more willing to make the mistake than others are.
Mhm. Mhm. Because you know what the old heads used to say, a hard head make a soft ass. Some people, that's
Mm,
just their learning style. They have to go through it to learn it, and that's unfortunate for a lot of
Yep.
people. You know,
mm,
you gotta go through it to learn the situation. Some people can't watch or observe others and learn through their mistakes. Some people have to make that mistake in order to learn not to do it again. But I agree with you, and it's crazy to see, especially 30, 40-year-olds still having this argument of, "Oh, well, I can just do it all over again. I can just start all
Mhm.
over again." Like, baby, in terms of over the hill, up the hill, on the hill, we're close to top of the hill. Like, it's just down from there. You know what I mean?
mm.
So when you're in your 30s and 40s with, well, I can just start all the way over and I don't have to make any type of compromise. I don't have to take anybody's feelings into accountability or into account. Um, we get the environment that we see now on social media,
I'm
in
like,
my
even if you're like a total narc, like Lurker said, and you don't take anybody's feelings into consideration, take the number one thing into consideration: time. How much more time
Mhm,
you think you got on planet Earth?
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You can do this the right way one time, and you'll never have to do it again ever.
Sound check.
All,
Am I
all of
okay?
that bad, all of
Yeah.
that bad stuff that
Mhm,
people complain about, like they'll never have to go through it ever again if they just make the right decision once.
Right.
mhm.
Am I okay now, or am I
Um,
still terrible?
But
It
I
sounds
mean, I
good.
You
think
good.
a lot of people don't
Okay,
want
thanks.
to take the time into making, they don't want to put the time and the thought into making the right decision. Because the thing, let's just keep it real. If a lot of people put that thought into relationships and realizing what works and what doesn't work for them, they'll realize what the real problem is. And it's not the other person, it's not the other
Right,
people. It's usually
right.
them.
It may not
Right.
be
You know?
either person. It may be a compatibility issue.
Yeah, but when you're looking in and you're taking accountability for the things that are in your control and aren't, usually you have to look at yourself and you have to go through some kind of level of self-reflection, self-improvement. Most people can't handle it. It's easier to say it was that person, or
Oh,
it's
yeah.
easy to say it's nobody's fault. You know what I mean? But it's not easy for a lot of people to say, look, I was the issue. I need to work on this.
Right.
And that's a constant process throughout your life, but it's not an absolute. There's not always somebody at fault. It's okay to say I had expectations and they weren't met. That's okay. That's okay to say we both have different principles and just can't come eye to eye on things. That's okay. It doesn't always have to be somebody's wrong, somebody's at fault, somebody's less than. Just objectively, there's so many,
Mhm.
like everything else, it's complicated, there's nuance, and there's a lot of different variables. It can just be two completely compatible people and one of them's going through something and it don't work out. You know what I mean? It's not always intentional or like somebody's trying to
Malicious.
be shitty. Yeah, malicious. Thank you. You know, words are hard. It's not always somebody's at fault, right? Because fault implies culpability. And two people getting along, nobody's culpable for that. Like unless something is intentionally done to that other person, it's just unmet expectations and mismatched opinions and views.
Mhm. We talk about that a lot, placing expectations on people. But going
Hmm.
back to what Aunt was
Can
saying
I ask
in
y'all
the
something?
sense, go ahead.
Yeah. A lot of these relationships fail these days because of something called uncommunicated expectations. It's like, okay, you had an expectation. It was not met. How often than not did you hear these people saying that they never even voiced that expectation? They just figured the other person knew. It's like when they make all those memes and jokes about women saying things like, basically they wanted men, like there's a whole bunch of memes and jokes about men supposedly needing to be mind readers. You should have knew what I was
I'm
thinking. You
laughing
should have
because
known
I
what you did
literally wrote that in the chat. I literally wrote this in the chat earlier, like what you're
wrong. Oh, you did?
saying. Yes, I literally wrote exactly what you're saying. For once, we agree.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead, Godmomma, my bad.
No, Aunt was saying, he was hinting around more towards, sometimes it goes down to the problem is you and not somebody else. So going back to the topic of letting, your significant other go on a vacation with the girls or the guys, should that not be a question you ask yourself first before you give your ultimate response? Like, am I telling this person no, they can't go with their girls because it's triggering a response in me, that from a past relationship, or what I know me and my people do, or shouldn't that be a question you ask yourself first? Is this a me thing or a them thing?
I mean, like I was saying with the vacation thing, I think it's different. I get it. There are a bunch of dudes that are just insecure and they're scared of what may happen. She may end up with some dude or something like that. It's just, I got news for them dudes. If your chick wants to go screw around, she don't have to go on a girl's trip to do it. She doesn't. So she'll do it anyway. That's why I'm like, yo, you want to go. It is what it is. It's not even about you going. It's about, I told you that I don't feel comfortable, and you're like, so what? You're going anyway. You're just telling me how you know what I'm saying, how much thought and how much just how much consideration you have for my feelings. You know what I'm saying? My thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And then our situation when you get back.
And
Like,
would a
for real.
conversation
You're
would a
willing to go through
conversation
hell and high water, possibly get left just so you can have this weekend. Or you're gonna say, what? Nah, I'll do it anyway. You ain't going nowhere. Is that what you're telling me? Is that a challenge?
I have
Well,
a
no, you got
question.
you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Now you just started an argument just by just not taking it into consideration. That's a way that you can talk to me about it, and chances are we'll get past it. But that's the
Okay, that
difference.
was my question.
I don't think it's the vacation thing is an insecurity thing for the most part with most dudes. I think it's more of a damn. If I don't feel comfortable with it, why would you want to? Why would you even want to do that?
Mm. Okay, well, there's some nuance to that, I think. Let's just say it's you and I really, really, really want to go on this trip. And my girls, who I've known since, I don't know, intermediate school and haven't seen since we've been married for 10 years, invited me on a girls' trip, and you're not comfortable with it. Are you not taking into consideration how much that means to me to go do that, how important it is for me? Are my feelings and what I want to do to fulfill myself not equally as important? So shouldn't a conversation be had to come to some type of compromise instead of just saying, well, you don't care what I want, so fuck off? That seems a little bit hard nosed
Nah,
and not really.
a conversation makes sense. But like I said, to just say, hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway, and then you just go, then yeah,
I
there's a
think
chance you might not have a man when you get back.
I
The
think
same
if that's how the
the same
conversation
way it
goes,
would be wrong for a man to just say, hell no, you can't go, and that's what I said. That's the end of it. That's wrong. You have a
it is wrong.
conversation. She wants something, it doesn't make you feel comfortable. You talk about it.
I think that if that's the way the conversation is going, then she wasn't coming back anyway. Like everybody's done at that point. Well, fuck you, I don't care. Like everybody's done at that point anyway. So you might as well go. You might as well leave.
Well,
Like at that
I,
point.
but I think
And
no, I think the thing is people don't want to have that conversation. Everybody wants to have the absolute. She wants to have the absolute with her homegirls. Like, look, I said I'm going. They told me I ain't gotta listen to you anyway. My homegirls been saying you a controlling asshole. Anyway,
well, that's a
so
whole
so
that's a
they
whole
was
nother
mad about you.
conversation.
They knew you wasn't gonna let me go. To hell with you, nigga. You ain't hear him saying, hey, we done seen stuff like that, and that's what it be.
But I
No,
agree. Like, I feel like there should at least, be a conversation because, even Aunt was like, that's not, you can't just be, no one should be able to be the end all be all
Yeah.
I have
in
another
that
question. Sorry,
situation.
go ahead. I
There
just
should
noting
be.
that I have another question.
Mm.
Oh,
No,
sorry, go ahead.
but yeah, keep in mind, I agree with you on the converse. There should be a conversation. It should never just like Godmomma just said, nah, damn that. Because there's some conflict here. You want something and it doesn't, and I'm not comfortable with it. So we need to talk about it. I'm saying you can't have it. I say, you my lady, you can have whatever you want. Like for real, you can have anything you
Have a
want.
conversation of
But
what is
let's talk about it.
uncomfortable
Yeah.
about it.
Okay,
And
so
what
my
Salt's
sorry, go
response
ahead.
would be, no, you're okay. Salt's response would be because you have some hoe ass friends. That's why I'm uncomfortable about it. So how do we go from there? Like I can't. So now I'm just gonna have to switch all my friends if a girls trip is something that I want to do or I want to partake in,
So
or
my
just be like,
question is
ooh,
about, sorry, yeah,
no,
no,
go
you're
ahead.
right. But then, sorry, I'm putting a pin in that. But then if your man hates all your friends and you can't have any friends, but that kind of goes into a different issue of isolation, right? However, my question was about the conversation that should happen before the girls trip and the goal of
Right,
the conversation.
right.
From the man's perspective, you're not comfortable with her going, she wants to go, we're having a conversation. What is the goal of that conversation? Is it to come to an understanding so that you can be comfortable with her going, or is it to convince her not to go?
Nah. All
That's a
right.
good
No, no, no. Here's what's going on. No.
question.
It would make her happy to go, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I want to be able to make her happy, but at the same time not feel uncomfortable. So that's why we
Mhm,
need to talk about it. So maybe she might need to check in or something like
mhm.
that. She might need to check in or whatever. I check out the itinerary, whatever. You just talk to me about what the hell is going on. What's going on,
Compromising and
what people's
concessions.
plans are. Yeah, that's it. We just a conversation. It is what
I
it is.
got it.
And then at the end of it, believe it or not, though, at the end of that conversation, we might come to the conclusion that yeah, not even you think it's the best option to go. What you
And that's
wanted ain't
fair.
necessarily the best
Mhm,
option after we've talked. Keep in mind that's a possibility. It can go either way, but that's the purpose of talking about it. We'll
Mhm.
make the decision together.
This is a great talk.
'cause it all comes down to, again, compromising with, with each other and telling each other how you're feeling, right? We don't like those words, but how this is making you feel in the moment. Like, no, I don't trust these people. No, I don't trust the environment. You said you're going where, they have a high rate of this there. This is how. So I like having this conversation because we always get down to a solution, and the solution is having a conversation and being willing to compromise in that conversation and understanding that it might not go in your favor after the conversation and the compromise,
Right.
you know?
Relationships are full of compromise and
Yeah.
sacrifice. There are going to be
Ab
some things and some people I hang around that you don't like. And if you voice to me that you do not like those things, I will try to either eradicate those things completely or spend a lot less time doing those things. It's like she likes my friends. I actually like my wife's friends. I like them. However, just because, but I don't have to like what it is they do. Some of my best friends, my three best friends are straight up fucking criminals. I do not like the things that they do in their lives, but I like them. We know each other's just a sandbox. I like my wife's friends, but I can still see what they are. I can like you, but still see what you are. It's like you're a fucking hoe. I don't like you doing hoish shit around my wife. It makes me uncomfortable, and I know it makes her uncomfortable because she's faithful. But you're her friend, and that's what friendship is: ignoring the worst in one another so you can enjoy the best of one another. That's my thoughts on it.
And that's where we fundamentally disagree on friendship. I will not ignore the worst of anybody because that makes up part of who they are.
Well, that's where we disagree. Hello?
Now we
I'm
still
taking a
here.
420 break. I will be right here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was getting my things together. So, okay, so we said no about that. I know Lurker had to take her oldest son to school real quick, but she was wanting to hop into the conversation of, these meet and greets that happen on YouTube, or in just social media, period. If your significant other was a part of or ended up being, becoming a content creator or someone that had clout, and I'm using air quotes, on social media, and they wanted to, go do a meet and greet, but people necessarily didn't want your spouses there because of privacy issues.
What?
Are we willing to listen? I've heard it all. I've heard it all. Okay. Um, And it causes a lot of problems because people develop relationships on these apps, and then they end up wanting to go meet these people.
Right.
And
And
they're
people don't know Mr. Godmomma, and she may not want them to.
right.
No, I mean, hey, if you don't want them to meet him, that's on you. I wouldn't feel comfortable, even just from a safety aspect. Hell nah. People on the internet are crazy. Why do they have a problem with you bringing me there? Like, why would they even have a problem with that?
So basically what we're saying is what you're saying is all meet. Not all, but majority, if you're gonna do meet and greets, you should probably, and I agree. I
I mean,
100% agree.
look,
If my
I
sister does
conduct,
a meet and
yeah,
greet, baby,
I conduct
Mr.
business
Godmomma
meetings.
is gonna be
Yeah, I
there.
conduct business meetings, consults every day. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't imagine telling someone that their partner, significant other, just somebody they trust can't be present. I can't even imagine saying that and expect them to trust me enough to do business afterwards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I want somebody you trust to hear what I'm saying to you? Or this, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Mhm.
That makes no sense. If I'm genuine and I'm sincere, yeah, you should be able to have anybody you trust with you. And that includes your
Would you go
husband,
on
wife,
a
whatever.
sector would you go on a sector vacation? I don't even like a little group of, because they've got the beef sector, black sector, Mo3 sector, and there's a bunch of different sectors. And would you go on like a group tour to do a meet and greet with the subscribers and
Brand
all of that?
trip. Sorry.
Oh my
I would
gosh,
feel
I'm back
safer.
in this motherfucker. I'm
I
back.
would,
I got a few things to say, but y'all finish this little topic real quick. I got a
I would,
few
I
things
would
I
feel
want to
safer in an
rebuttal.
environment like that. I would feel safer in an environment where it's a lot of different people
Mhm.
than if it's just one person.
Got you.
Because you never know what's going to happen between just two people and the way a
Right.
narrative is going to be spun.
Yeah, but
Right.
So,
YouTubers, it ain't never two people. Everybody got their teams with them, right?
it's it's just two people a lot.
Well,
Very
Auntie, would
often.
you ever Auntie, would you ever do a purge meet and greet?
Oh, that would be
For the
interesting.
purge, hell no.
Be
That's the cool thing
interesting.
about doing it online. It's not real. It's
You gotta
not
go to
like
jail for
real life.
inciting a riot.
Yeah, I mean, if I just let people cuss each other out in real life, somebody might get hurt.
That would be
No, not
interesting.
like that. Not like a purge at live
Oh,
event.
now
But maybe.
we've thought about setting something up, but it would have to be very, very well organized.
And heavily secured,
Like,
you
I've
know?
heard they set stuff up where people meet up at gas stations and stuff like that. But I've also heard they set stuff up pretty nice out here too, where they meet
Mm.
up at a,
Oh.
you know what I'm
Well,
saying,
my
hotel or whatever, and they
influences
get group rates. Go ahead.
Mhm.
my influence is like Bigo related because they do a lot of meet and greets on Bigo. They
Mm.
make money and they all fly out to a certain designated location. Now there is turn of events, but for the most part, it is
Oh yeah.
a decent get together.
No,
Mhm.
I'm definitely open to it.
Yeah.
I'm not open to it. I've been open to it. Um, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up. Would you bring your spouse with you?
absolutely. I would have no choice.
Cool. That's what's up. Okay. And that's kind of the conversation that yes, I did want to lead into, but I kind of want to trickle back. I gotta piggyback off Miss Crayons up here.
But
Um,
I don't currently have a spouse, so I'm fine.
oh, okay. Oh, well.
Auntie say he go where he want at. No, I'm playing.
No, but the thing is, even if, let's say if I were to bring my
Well,
spouse there, you guys
your
would never
standards are
know
the
it.
same, whether you're
You guys,
single
you,
or
you
in
guys
a
wouldn't even
relationship.
know. She would just be there. You wouldn't even know. None of you
Okay.
even know each other. So how the hell would you know that that's my wife?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Most of these people haven't even
Period.
seen each other.
I'll say I'm the same way. Whether I'm single or taken, I'm going to act accordingly.
Mhm.
I'm going to conduct myself the same way. So my spouse either gets to take it or leave it, or it is what it is. It's not that I'm not take it or leave it, like I'm not ready to grow or mature, but take it or leave it. This is my personality. I'm kind of goofy sometimes, silly sometimes, and then you know quirky or whatever.
It's
I have
just
my moments. So
safety is a really big deal. in this day and age, especially when you're meeting up with random people off of the internet. People are crazy. They
People
just
are
are.
crazy.
So I'm
Being
not saying everybody on here is nuts, but all it takes is one for things to just really go left.
That's
So
funny you say it. Not everybody up here is nuts. Well, the panels, the panel, the panel's full of nuts. But real quick though, I want to circle back. I know I'm late. I'm sorry I had to dip off real quick. But Crayons was up here going to bat, and I have to piggyback off of her that the issue again, going back to the topic is, are we going on vacation or not? Your significant other, when Crayons, I don't want to misquote you. I don't want to misquote you,
Yeah, you
but
better
when you were
fucking not.
saying
No.
when you were saying so I have to run it past you, is that for, not, you didn't say for your insecurities, but is that for you to either give me permission to go, or for you to talk me out of it, or for me to, you know
Well,
cotton
yeah, I
pad
was
you,
saying
like,
about the right. I was saying the conversation before the decision is made to go on the vacation. If he's uncomfortable and says no, and I am like, excuse me, yes, and the conversation happens, is the purpose of the conversation? Is it for him to give me all the reasons why I'm not going, or is it for us to come to some sort of a compromise to make him comfortable, or to see if he can become comfortable?
yeah. And Auntie came in and said, well, you can go, but you're going to come back, come back single. And it's just like, that's so extreme. Again,
not necessarily though. That's what I'm saying. It's like
well, I know, but Nikki comes across very strong. So, and everybody got like real quiet, and I was like, I wish I was on the panel right now so I could jump in and like scream with her. It's
Sorry.
Yes, there is situations where yes, that is that. But when you make a statement like, well, not Kylie, Nikki, you said, well, I need to consider your feelings and how do you feel about this? And she's like, well, what about my feelings about this? And that's what I was stating earlier. Like I Salt got me though, oh, it's not about your feelings. Maybe you think, I feel as though I need to dip out real quick. I got to go. That includes so many, especially we're talking about women who are mothers. I don't want to include women who aren't just yet, but women who are mothers, we need a branch out where we can just get away from our family. Not the kids, not the spouse, not my phone turned on, not my this. Those vacations are needed. And if I didn't have some of my homegirls who did take me, either it was a night, I didn't do vacations, I didn't do but take me for a night out, or we did a weekend trip, or we, whatever. I needed that because I was about to go crazy. I was about to commit, a family annihilation situation. Like, oh, everybody got to go.
That's real. That's a real thing. And it's so real that generally public mental health services will offer something called a respite for new mothers, or any mother or any caregiver. If you take care of your parent 24 hours a day, that's a real thing. Like, you have to get a break. You have to.
Indeed.
Get back.
Nah, but hey,
especially if she's not working,
nah,
especially
but
if she's stay at home mother. Let her be a stay at home mom.
Nah, men
Question.
should realize that sometimes. Every now and then you're gonna take the kids off her hands, and you're gonna do all types of stuff like that. But as far as the hanging out with the homegirls that y'all know are just loose and out there, it's like, nah. Like,
Can I
nah.
add
And
something?
I shouldn't have to tell you nothing because you're not really even supposed to want to hang out with them. Like, when they like that, they about to get drunk, do something stupid, possibly get you in trouble. You're gonna have to save her, you might even have to do CPR again on this chick.
Again, not
You know what I'm
again.
saying? Like, for real, again, because something always goes down, and you're inviting yourself to do that again. Like, come on, that's why we have a conversation about that, and you'll realize, hey, he's right.
That's a
He's
that's
right.
Well,
that's a problem with who you're choosing to, like as a woman. That would be my problem, about who, if I am choosing to surround myself with people who I know are going to get into some shit, fuck up some shit themselves, whatever, then I have some serious thinking and soul searching and shadow work to do. Because what is it about me that draws me to these fucking people? That doesn't have anything to do with my man. That doesn't have anything to do with what makes anybody else comfortable. That is 100% what the fuck am I? What is going on right now?
Come in, Salt.
Well, yeah. I just wanted to ask because, well, just two questions, maybe three possibly, because Lurker had said something, and I want to ask, what made you use those exact words? I'm gonna ask the questions, and then you answer them. What made you use those exact words? Sometimes I need time away from my family. Number one, and number two, to use Ant as an example earlier when he said he lied to his girl, said he was going to go handle some business out of town. He was really at his homeboy's house playing cards. What he said he didn't want there to be an argument. If a woman says that, oh yeah, she's privileged enough to say that. If a man says that to his woman, I need time away from y'all. I need time away from my family. It's not going to fare over well.
Ask
But
the
it's
three
okay when you
questions.
do it.
Ask the three questions.
I just asked it. Is it okay when you do it? And what made you use those
No.
exact words? Because it sounded
Okay.
pretty cold-hearted and selfish. I
Objection.
need
Counsel
time
is
away
No,
from my
testifying.
family.
no. Don't chime in. It's
Objection. Counsel is testifying.
no. Hold on. Let's finish this up though. The reason I said it, and I said I'm going to direct it to the mothers only, because there comes a time, especially stay-at-home mothers, there comes a time when she is in this routine, this cycle of spit up cloths, diaper changing, bottle washing, floor cleaning, laundry washing, dishes washing, supper cooking, breakfast cooking. She becomes this little in-house robot. And when it's nice to step out. Now, I understand stepping out with your spouse. I understand stepping out with your friends to go to the well, I won't say library. Not everybody does what I do, but I don't know. Social gatherings.
Library.
But going on a whether it's a staycation or an away vacation, it's not separating from my family because I can't stand them. It's just this is all I do. I'm kind of losing focus on like real world outside things. I'm just becoming this, and there's nothing wrong. I was a stay-at-home mom for many years, loved it, learned how to do things. Oh, I'm, Betty Crocker and Martha Stewart. I understand that, but I also needed that outsideness too. And it wasn't something Joe Bob couldn't bring me. No, Joe Bob took me out. He loved to go, do his little thing. But I needed some out. I was starting to just only I was losing conversation. I was losing myself. I created a bubble, a
Mhm.
very safe bubble, and that's not reality. My kids are going to grow up. They're going to go outside the world. And I'm just stuck in this Martha Stewart, and I'm at the house sewing and baking and blah, 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 blah. It's 2024. I can't. That's not reality. But if I didn't have homegirls who didn't necessarily live exactly how I lived,
Mhm.
yeah, they wouldn't put me on game. And this is what I wanted to come back and talk about real quick. I know Godmomma tried to pivot over to the harms that come with the dangers of it, but no, let's talk about being in that bubble. Some women become so consumed, and some men become so accustomed to that woman being so consumed that they don't want an outside influence. They don't want to mess up her sitting at home being Martha Stewart. That's not her full potential. When you first met her, before she got pregnant, before she became Martha Stewart, unless she was like me, like, this is my goal. I'll have all the babies and grandbabies. There's some women that had goals before that. Oh, I have a college degree, but I am now sitting home raising the kids, and now I'm doing this and that. They don't want them to go out with the girlfriends because now the girlfriend's going to put them onto an outside influence. Oh, no, you don't need that influence. You don't need to know all those things. As long as she's not trading her body and doing anything promiscuous sexually, there shouldn't be a problem. You should want a well-rounded, educated woman, but some men will abuse that. And now you can't go on vacation. You don't need no friends. You don't need none of that. No, she talking game. No. You should have a woman that's has discernment, follows her intuition, because her intuition should always bring her back home to you and her family. She might
Mhm.
need a break, but her intuition is always going to bring her back home to her family. So I'm confused on why she can go, but she might be single when she gets back. Well, let me go then.
there's
Because if
a,
a vacation's gonna break
you know
us,
that,
then baby,
But you're
if a vacation's
personalizing
gonna
it when
break
we were
us,
speaking in general. You're personalizing it. Like your situation isn't a lot of people's situations. Some of these women are just plain selfish and don't give a damn about their partner's feelings.
there is some other people like me though, Salt.
Yeah,
well,
some.
it is
But
a
I'm
Social
saying
thing.
media,
It's a thing.
social media
because
has
earlier
been
you said the
social
married
media.
women. You said this
Hold
is for
on,
the married
social
women.
media. Hold on, Salt. Social media has projected sexy reds, but
Talk.
when you go home and you live next to
They
neighbors
sure the
and
fuck
you have
have.
wife, well, when you get offline, you don't see a lot of sex. Well, in my area, I don't see a lot of sexy reds. I don't stay on Bissonnette, nigga.
They all
I don't.
over the place in Cali.
Okay, well, I don't live in those neighborhoods. They
Yeah.
have
So
them here in Texas,
what you're
but I'm
talking
not on
about is
Bissonnette.
what you're talking about is called a tolerable level of permanent unhappiness. And Godmama, we've spoken about this concept before.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Are we going on vacation or nah? Come on,
Well,
Nikki.
well, if you are in a position in your relationship where you are expected to maintain a tolerable level of permanent unhappiness, then no, you won't be going on that vacation, ma'am.
You won't. You won't. Because
And
sometimes.
men too. Men too. You
Mhm,
don't want to tell her you just going to play spades. You
mhm.
going to play poker because you don't want an argument
Did anybody see
before
the
you
movie
go.
Knocked Up?
Are you tripping? We got
Did,
it. We sit here. We're all on the panel talking about communication, blah, blah, blah. But let's tell the truth. If Auntie can't go play a game of cards without it being a fucking fight, and a
mhm.
woman can't go hang out with the homegirls without it being what are we doing here?
Right. Like I
Mhm,
said earlier, then you're done anyway. Like you've been long done at that point. There's no point.
mhm. 'Cause, what was the topic of this, whole season was your triggers are your responsibility, remember that. And,
Mhm.
I forget I think it might have been Salt that said, something to the nature of when men wanna go, without the kids or something like that, and a response in me was like, "Hell no, that's not fair." But that is a triggered response. It's, men deserve to go out and play cards by themselves. They don't, if that's what they wanna do because they need to get away just like we need to get away. 'Cause I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Exactly.
I feel that shit completely. And, when a man says, "Well, I just wanna go play cards with the fellas because I need to get away." If a woman's gonna be honest with you, it stings a little bit because, bitch, I wanna get away too, and that's not I don't say bitch in a disrespectful way, I'm just saying, like, I
Godmother, you
wanna get
together.
away too,
Come
You
on.
had
Right?
to
Like,
throw a bitch
wow,
in
I
there.
want to go. Yeah, or even like I
I
wanted
wanna
to
get
spend time
there.
with you and now you're leaving. Like,
Right, and
Yeah,
we as
and that's
women, we have
exactly what
to
the hell I had to listen to. I knew I would
exactly,
have
but
had
we have to
to.
Yep.
stop and be like, "Well, yes, that shit sucks. Yes, okay, whatever.
Well,
Just do what you gotta do." And then you move into the space of, I'd rather you show me what you'd rather do than tell me what you're going to do,
well, like
right?
Auntie
So if
said
I give
earlier,
you the
though,
space,
like
you should give
men
me
need
the
to
space.
step up. Auntie said earlier, men step up for the ladies, especially if she's your the bearer of your children. Step up and take that responsibility for a couple hours. Let her go get her nails done. Let her go out to dinner with the homegirls. Let
Mhm.
her, if y'all go have your card games, give us that same leeway. And for those who don't have children, child, I don't know what I can't speak for y'all because my son is 18, so I don't know. It's been 18
Well,
years since I ain't had no kids, so I don't know what to
well,
tell
it's
you.
like I said earlier, though. It's situational. There are many women out there who aren't bothered that their husbands will go to a strip club with their friends, and then there are many women who are. It's situational. If you're like that's what I'm saying. That's why I made it like Lurker just did.
yeah,
I personalized it.
all right.
My my wife's homegirls are fucking hoes. No, you're not about to go to some getaway vacation. Y'all want to go to a spa or some shit? Hey, I'm all for it. Hell, I'm nice enough. I might even pay for it. Like here,
I
y'all
was
go ahead and
just
have
about to
girls day.
say that,
See?
bro. Like
Yes.
I
Yeah,
might have paid for
Yes.
the tab
it's
already, dog.
situational.
I
Yeah,
might have
it's
covered the
Yes.
situational. It's
tab.
not just
I might have
Yes.
I might
yeah,
have
it's
paid
not just
I might have
100%.
paid for your driver all night.
Pay
just to
for
make
Yeah,
it.
sure y'all ain't got
Yes.
it
it's not like it's
vibes.
a
Like for real.
it's not like
True.
it's 100% in every situation. No, you can't hang out with your friends. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying depending on the situation. If my wife tells me, oh yeah, my homegirl, she having a bachelor party. Okay, what y'all gonna do? Just get drunk, play some games, fuck around, maybe run out of place, go swimming and shit. Okay, that's fine. Oh, y'all going to a male strip club? Oh, y'all going where? Oh, where they be slinging dick? No, I trust you, but no, I don't need somebody. I don't need your friends thinking it's funny to pay for a lap dance so some nigga could swing his dick in your face. That's not funny to me. That makes me uncomfortable. Oh, but you need time away from the kids. You need time away from the kids to get a dick swung in your face. And I'm just
Yeah.
using that as an example. I'm not saying that's every case. I'm saying
I
it's
agree.
situational.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're
Okay,
right.
so
You're
It
right.
depends on what it
No,
is.
you're right, Salt, because I did have some back in the day.
You had some dick swung in your face?
No,
Oh, God.
no.
All right, my
Ew,
bad, my bad.
God, no, never. Ew, stop, relax. No, but back in the day, I
Good
did
Lord.
have some. I don't know if Kylie's still in the chat, but back in the day, I did have some friends that would use me as their. I won't say I was the prettier friend, but whatever. But they would use me as like, Lurker, you going out? Like, come with us, Lurker, because I was more. I would bring more, I guess, life to the party and men would come. And I didn't like that at all. I just, I'm like, oh no. And my friends weren't ugly, but it
Not
was
the
just like,
token hot chick.
yeah, I was for a little minute and I was like, But me and Kylie were homies at the same time. So even her and I picked up on it like, bitch, we can't be going with these hoes because they doing too much shit
Can I
that
make
we
a
would not
correction?
do. What?
Can I make a correction? Apparently, them girls were fucking ugly, and they know you was the pretty one, and they knew you was gonna bring something. No, they was probably fucking ugly.
They weren't. Salt, they weren't though. They weren't
Bro,
I'm
ugly.
just fucking with you. I'm just messing with you. I'm
They
messing with
weren't
you. I'm
bro,
messing with
ugly.
misery
you.
loves
I'm kidding.
company,
I'm kidding.
man.
Listen, if you
Yeah, I'm
follow me
kidding.
on Instagram, I had just uploaded that photo. So y'all see it. Okay. Y'all see the photo. And none of them hoes was ugly, but they sure did bring my nothing ass. They were like, make sure we bring Lurker.
But yeah, I was just kidding. I don't know. I don't know your friends.
Yeah. So they weren't ugly at all, but they just would start doing shit that I wasn't cool with. And I'm like, okay, time to go home. Let
Right.
me see
What
you
did
Like I
home.
Fundy
said,
say the other day?
situation.
At some point in a girl's life, she has to decide if she's going to be pretty or if she's going to be smart.
You ain't shit, Nikki.
I know, I'm
Nikki,
sorry.
you ain't shit. Oh my goodness. And it's the truth. It's the truth. At one point, are you going to be smart or pretty? Are we going on vacation or not? But no, at the end of the day, I do think there is nothing wrong with a girl's trip. Um, whether she's married or not. Do I think that there's anything wrong with letting your men go on a trip? No,
It kind of fucks up
but
the dynamic, but there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean,
well,
that's why
I also
I
know.
don't care because I'm like, okay, so you'll go to your man or whatever, and you'll be like, baby,
Well,
is it okay
men's
if I
trip,
go?
there's men's trips. So I know we talked about fishing and hunting and da 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 da
Yeah,
da. But men also will hire somebody to come to the house and there will be entertainment.
I,
So
yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. How would you know if you weren't the entertainment? How would you know that? How would you know
Because
what do
the
you mean?
internet
How would I know
exists.
that? Are you kidding
that?
me?
How would you know
We
that?
all know everything. The internet
Are,
exists.
no, it's not the internet, and no, I was not the entertainment.
That's what I mean.
But
So you really don't know. You weren't
no,
there.
no, I do know. I do know. I
She
do
did
know.
just
Yeah.
say she was the hot
Men,
chick.
men are innocent. We're innocent, all of
No,
us.
absolutely.
So
No, because it
yeah,
was quick. It was quick how it was like, well, bro code got fucked up. Men are so quick to be like bro code, but
yeah. So
womenhood says
somebody got footage, huh?
right. So it's real quick with bro code. But how would you know unless you were the entertainment? I don't have to be, sir. I have brothers, I have uncles, I have a father who is married 8, 9 times. Like there's been a lot of things I've seen in my life.
Could I
Okay.
speak on the meetups and YouTube? Because y'all spoke about that earlier, and I was pretty quiet.
Well, hold up.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Before
Go
you
ahead.
do, I
Yeah.
wanted to say this right here, right? It's different in the way that you phrase it. Like when you want to go on a girls trip or whatever. Hey, baby, how do you feel about me going with the girls to such and such? Or is it okay if I, like you guys ask like that? We just tell you we're going fishing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're going on a road trip
Mm-hmm.
this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Thank you, T.
That's
Black.
it. We don't. We really
Men are
don't.
not innocent. You don't
We.
even.
I'm not.
Sometimes you hold on. You admitted that you don't even tell us. Sometimes you be like, "Oh, I'm going here, but you going there."
Right, but
Yeah.
if I was to say that to
Because
my
she'll
man,
start
he
a
would
Yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
with
immediately
her.
And
reply with,
then you'll
I
"Who the
turn
admitted
around
fuck
that
and
you
was a
are?"
hold on. You'll do that and then turn around, project my girl's trip on some shit you doing. Stop.
Nah, I admitted
Hmm.
that was a
Stop.
mistake. Nah, that was a mistake, and it's kind of just the way you go about it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. T Black, I agree with you. He says men are not innocent, but go ahead, Sinister. You want to talk on
Well,
the
Men are
YouTube
innocent.
meet and greets.
I, I agree with T-Back, but nobody's innocent, really. Not really. Um, as far as people, like, I guarantee Godmomma and Lurker probably talk more with each other offline than they do online, and when they do, probably the majority of the shit isn't about YouTube. I
True.
can probably almost guarantee that. If you got a friend like that, to where you guys actually have conversations, to where if you guys were to meet up, it would actually be a good time, and it's not just let's take some photos. Let me put this on my page. Oh, girl, this happened on the trip. If you gonna have a trip, if you gonna have a meetup, let it be for y'all. Why even come online to talk about it? Most of these people, they aren't friends like that, and a lot of these dudes, a lot of these men, especially when it comes to the women, they ain't trying to have a meet and greet. They trying to have a meet and skeet. They trying to fuck this. There's married dudes on here I know for a fact who are married, really trying to meet up with some of these women. Why? Because some of these women have very big mouths, and they told me and laughed about it with me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
well, one thing I'm not against though is, and I'll probably end up making the statement before. Hold on, let me take my glasses off. I'll probably make the statement before I'm done with this. If somebody threatens you and they on some let's meet up and fight type of shit, I'm with that bullshit. We can go ahead and do that shit all day. Anybody who got a problem with me, just
Well,
come to
that's not.
California and let me know, because I've been threatened way too many times. If you've been threatened on here by somebody, you know they close, and they say they'll whoop your ass, show the fuck up or go live and show them where the fuck you at. I'm all for that. But as far as I'm trying to meet up so I could fuck so and so, and then the rumor gonna spread, and I'm gonna be able to fuck more hoes. Nah, fuck all that shit.
How did we get here?
What?
Because earlier
Highway
they
on
spoke about people meeting up, and this has to do with people
No,
meeting up
no,
online and
a
stuff like that.
meet and
it
greet.
does. It
Salt,
does.
a meet and greet. A
No.
meet and greet. You like announce a place, and then all of your subscribers come and take
Well,
pictures with
because
you. A meet and greet.
sometimes meet and greets turn into pull-ups, is what Sasha
Exactly.
said. Period. Sometimes a meet and greet will turn into pull-ups. We Unlock is in the building. Peace, King. Peace. And I wish you were here from the beginning. We've been here for a couple hours. We over here talking about meeting people on vacation and letting ladies go and letting men go. Oh, another thing. Can I be messy? You don't have to chime in if you don't want to, but can I be messy? Would you, women? I think Godmomma might be a little busy, but ladies, would you let your man go hang out with Fresh and Fit? Would you let your man go meet up with Andrew Tate? Let's talk about it, ladies, because we always want to press these men, but you ladies are spending money to go see Dr. Umar. You ladies are spending money to go see all these Negroes. Let's talk about it, ladies.
Can I ask you something real quick though?
But okay.
Well, because you guys seem to have a problem with the word allowed earlier. What do you mean? Why did you phrase it? Would you let your man? Go ahead.
Hold up. Before you do that, I just want her to know. Hey, that was a bad comparison. Compare because these chicks going to meet Umar and the rest of the orgy sectors. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the pro-black orgy sectors and stuff.
I was
Nah,
being
that's not
dramatic for
that's
effect.
not the same as going to hang out with Fresh and Fit. Trust me, I ain't but an hour from where they are in Miami. They ain't doing nothing. Them dudes is lame.
I was
That would be the
adding
that would be
dramatic
the
effect.
equivalent. No, you can make a comparison. No, there's a good comparison though, and that would be probably some of them damn women's empowerment channels, the militant women's empowerment channels, where they got like 700-800 damn women is going through a 2-year long drought. Would you let your man go there to meet that content creator with all them damn
Well, I
thirsty
mean,
ass women?
Let's not throw us off on a 2-year long drought. What was that
All
shot?
them
Hold on.
thirsty. I'm just saying, all them thirsty ass women that's gonna be there.
That's let's talk about it,
I'm just
ladies.
saying, like
Let's talk about it, ladies.
be the
And
guest
why?
speaker at a at a woman's empowerment channels meet and greet.
Yeah. Why would you let your woman go? Oh, well, not your woman, but what kind of man would what kind of woman would let her man even be that? That's unless you're getting the bag together. Because women spend bags, is what I heard. So if you out here for the dollar, I mean, let's talk about it. Because there's a lot of poly salt drop down, but there's a lot of poly people that are, whatever, doing their thing, and they got the man being the mouthpiece of the poly relationship. And like Auntie said, which is absolutely relevant, there's some women out here that are on droughts, not
A
even
lot
choice,
on
not
the
even on.
internet. On
It's
the
not even
internet.
a
It's a
choice.
lot. It's a
It's not
lot.
even a choice. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Well, maybe I could. I don't know. Um, and you let your man go do all this, that, and the
Specifically,
other?
specifically, yes, I would, because that would be hilarious, because I know
If
who
he's
I'm
bringing the
thinking of.
bag back to you? If he's bringing the bag back to you?
Well, your question was, would I let my man go hang out with Fresh and Fit and go meet Andrew Tate?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's easy. That's an easy one.
Yes, I
That's what I'm saying.
absolutely would, because
Yeah, you
knowing
would.
who, not, I mean, I'm technically single right now, but I was with the same person for the last 12 years and we're still really close. So him, yes, absolutely, because that would be fucking hilarious.
That's what I mean.
But I
Okay.
can't
That
speak for
wasn't fair.
anybody else. I just know that person and how he, like, yes, I would absolutely let him go hang out with them. Can we film it? That would be great.
Okay. Cool. And I guess I don't know. It would depend on what they would do. I'm not into Adam 22's Fresh and Fits. The other type of people that way. I don't know if I'd be okay. Not for a bag or not for anything. I don't know if I'd be cool with that. I mean, I don't know. Circumstances, right, is what we brought it down to. The circumstance.
Right. And again, I can only speak for the one person who has been my man for the last, decade. I can't speak for anybody else, but him specifically in that type of a situation, the only thing I can think is how quickly he would end their career by ripping them to shreds. That's all, because he's not easily swayed. He's not influenceable or whatever. He's strong-minded and very
Mhm.
opinionated and kind of a dick. So
That
I
was
just
one of
think it
my
would be
things.
hilarious.
Have a backbone. I do like a gentleman with a backbone. I do.
No, I'm just saying. I understand what she
Stand
means.
on
Send
principle.
somebody like that to a fresh and fit party. Ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal. But like I said, you go to one of them damn women empowerment, one of them black women empowerment parties or some shit, meet and greets. Yeah, you might want to be scared about your
Those
man.
people are seeking
Um,
to be
because your
influenced.
man's gonna, yeah, your man. Well, yeah, your man's about to be torn apart, like little Michael Jackson or something, running from the groupies. I'm just being honest.
Oh goodness. Well, yeah. Again, that's not my not attracted to that type of personality. Thank the good Lord. And that's it, y'all. I really wanted to come up here. Oh, my hubby did have this. This is one thing I did want to bring up real quick.
I'm on fresh and fit's neck for the next week though.
That. Do you want to discuss that real quick? Can I discuss that with you real quick?
Yeah.
Um, just my outside opinion, because I don't listen to their podcast too much, but I know who they are. And I wasn't shocked. All I watched was the reaction of the lawyer being up on the panel and saying like, "Oh my gosh, I have an $8 billion client right now on my list, and like all these women just want to get guys like you pregnant, or they're not pregnant. They just want to." And I'm like, "Who is Fresh and Fit? Like, Fresh is." I don't know. I'm 40 years old, so I might not be anybody's cup of tea. I don't really want to cam up, but I'm not the cutest bitch on the bunch. I'm not. I'm not a bad bitch, I guess you would say. But Fresh isn't. like the hottest thing on the block, and he's very misogynistic, and he contradicts himself quite a bit. I like to call people like that active hypocrites. Um, do as I say, not as I do. Let me just spill some shit out of here, and I don't know. So I'm so confused on why this is even blown up. Like he's,
Nah, okay.
I don't know.
It's blown up because the dude's been getting clowned about just how lame he is for a long time because he's lame, and he said, "Nah, I get women and stuff like that," and they pretty much said that was their content. It's like, yo, we tell dudes how to get chicks, how to get laid, how to not be a simp, and he's like, whatever, I get chicks because they like me for me, and it's already been proven on multiple occasions that you're either purchasing escorts or or you get with these chicks and you shower them with a bunch of damn gifts and whatever so they can stay with you. And
Just a note.
that's what happened.
Just a note. Just a note.
Brian.
Just because a guy is purchasing escorts does not mean he can't get women otherwise. That one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other.
I agree. What I'm saying is with this dude is a loser. Okay. He got lucky with a podcast, and congratulations. They have a very, very successful podcast, and they're doing extremely well. And, shout out to them and all they've accomplished on social media. But other than that, this dude is a loser at life. Okay. That's all he is. And he's always going to be that. That's what I mean. He's always going to be that, whether it's with women, whether it's with work, whatever. Like you had $1 million plus a year company, and you let yourself get demonetized on YouTube, and you're the CEO. Like there's a problem. Before you did this, you was making $30 a week doing some other thing with sales. Like this dude, he just found one thing that worked. So, like I said, I'm gonna give them their props. I'm not gonna take nothing away from what they did accomplish, but that's just who you are. So as far as this was concerned, it's no surprise that you got up with a Barbie doll. You know what I'm saying? You got up with a Barbie doll. You lied. You know what I'm saying? You lied. The chick met you on a yacht party. At a yacht party, she thought you were a damn record producer or Kevin Hart's brother or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? She thought you were something other than what you were.
Not Kevin Hart's brother.
So she tied you a few times. She asked you for an expensive piece of jewelry. You couldn't afford $30,000, but you could afford $15,000. So she's like, okay, you got potential. You got a Barbie doll. You got a plastic chick. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, hey, you done shot up the club for about a month. That's what happened. He shot up the club for about a month straight drone strike, air raid all over the club for a month. And then the chick's like, yo, hey, I'm trying to move to Miami. What's up? And he's like, oh yeah, you can move in with me. She's like, no, I want my own apartment. Like, you a baller, ain't you?
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, like you can stay with me. And that's what I'm saying. Like you can't be buying somebody $15,000-$30,000 bracelets. You're shooting up the club for a month damn straight. You're flying this chick to damn Barbados to see your mom and all types of stuff. And then when she expects an apartment, you can't do it. You've been lying. You've been running a Ponzi scheme with this chick. That's my opinion on it. Like, you've been running a Ponzi scheme and you couldn't afford to keep it going. That's what happened.
And they ran game on each other, I feel like. She saw a little lick and it fell through. They scammed each other.
I think she thought he had more than what he had. Yeah. And now she realizing, okay, there is some money somewhere, but he ain't the one that got it. So she can go after the clout. That's it, man. I'm gonna just keep talking until somebody pay me to shut up.
All right.
Or somebody pay me for an interview. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
now she just fresh as baby mama. Girl,
if that's the case, I mean, I got some footage together, so I'm gonna do an expose on it. But
okay, that's
she say she's sure. I'm like, if there is even a baby, I don't know nothing. All I know is this dude, that's his business. I'm bugging out. I'm kind of like up there with it because I like clowning him because he's lame, right? But at the same time, I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, people are like, yeah, man, he messed up.
About 3 or 4 weeks though. I'm like, y'all find it. She just. I mean, I don't know. I won't speak on another woman's vagina, but my goodness, boy, you 3-4 weeks, you already know you on the phone.
I mean, you can just see how she looks. Like she's straight up IG model, bodybuilder,
But that just
you know,
screams hitting a
plastic,
lick,
all of
though.
that.
That screams hitting a lick. When I was
Yeah,
3,
you
4 weeks pregnant, and my first thought was like, you making it to 6 weeks, or I don't know. You just think different when you're really pregnant. Like, not let me blast my baby daddy shit on the fucking internet.
that's what we were saying. So I was like, I got
Like,
into an
that's
argument with
crazy.
somebody on the comment thread. They're like, I agree with you on everything except she trying, because I put it in the title. I'm like, yo, this is like extortion. Like
Yeah.
it's extortion.
Yeah.
And they like,
Yeah.
oh, how is she extorting them? I'm like, bro, she did everything but spit out a number. But
Yeah.
it's like, why would you come on the internet with it other than the
Yeah. You're
other than
not
the
even 6 weeks pregnant, and we
yeah,
know what?
you're gonna demand some money to shut up. That's the only
That's
thing that's the only
crazy.
reason I could think of to come on the internet and talk. You
Yeah.
want somebody to pay you to stop. Or it's all a
Mhm.
lie.
Yeah.
It's all just a play.
How do you
I
even
don't
know you're pregnant that soon?
she went and took the test.
Listen, and she was waiting all month too.
That 3 weeks is super.
It is 3 to 4 weeks. That, like, you're not even like, those are very confusing times.
Like how
No, it's
you
just
barely missed the period.
but yeah, now they're coming out saying, oh, they trying to discredit her like she was an escort and this and that. It's stupid. It's just it's really dumb every which way. I'm like, y'all trying to clown this dude, make it seem like he a failure just because he might just have one baby mama. I'm like, big deal. He'll be alright. You know what I'm saying? One baby mama ain't nothing to cry about. I know dudes with 4 and 5 baby mamas, they ain't crying. You know?
Right. Please be respectful in the chat. Thank you.
I'm gonna try. I'm in a parking garage, but I just want to say that my whole thing is it's comedy how eventually who he was underneath, but underneath that persona that he projected outwardly was not really who he was inwardly at all. At all. Even to slander her, to say, well, she's just an escort. If she does end up coming back pregnant and it is yours, you're going to end up having to eat those words. Now you have an escort baby mama. So what does that speak about your character, sir?
Respectful debates. Not, I've been on a drunk binger for 2-3 days
Uh-oh.
debates.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'm about to drop down in a second anyway. But nah, hey, I agree. I'm like, oh boy, regardless of what the hell she is or what the hell she was doing or any of that, you know what you did, man. I heard you do everything but deny it. So that is what it is. I'm just like,
Well,
it's
I'm
funny.
gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, and I want to hear you break this down, Auntie. I'd like to see what you about to pull
I,
up, because
I,
it
I
sounds
think it
like
was hilarious that they brought a lawyer on. I'm like, what the hell is the purpose of a lawyer? I'm like, what the hell? You haven't been. They're like, these allegations are false. I'm like, what allegations?
What kind of
Mm,
lawyer?
I don't
some
even know what the hell
he
anybody was talking
apparently
about with me.
has. He said that it was weird when he first came on. He goes, "I have a client that's worth $8 billion." I'm like, Why are you even okay?" And then he also told
So
Fresh and
he's
Fit,
like
he's like,
a
no, he told
corporate
Fresh and Fit,
lawyer?
no, he's a criminal, or no, was it entertainment or criminal something?
I don't know what
Um,
the hell.
It would be
but
entertainment
he
because
came, no, well, he told them
we'd be
that
hearing about an
I don't.
$8 million or $8 billion criminal defendant. We'd be hearing about that.
No, I mean,
Hold
what it
on, I'll
sounded
pull
like
him up.
what it
Let's pull
sounded
him
like they
up.
were
I'll
trying to
keep
do.
that.
I don't even know the dude's name, but what it looked
We're gonna
like they
pull
was
him up.
trying to do was kind of shake the chick down, like stop
Yes,
talking or
yes,
else. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? We're gonna file civil and criminal
He
charges
was,
because you recorded a conversation illegally. You're
yes,
slandering, you're defaming character. So we got
yes.
civil and criminal. And I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, you bluffing because you were supposed to just send the cease and desist letter, bro, and not say nothing
That
if
part.
that was the case. So you don't really have no case. Like, and I'm not on it. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny because I ain't on nobody's side. Everybody like you roasting old boy. I'm
His
like,
name
it's
is James Sexton. Sexton, James Sexton, babe. That's the attorney that's representing
Yeah.
Fresh and Fit. James Sexton.
In Florida.
Nah, he's a New York lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah. James Sexton. So look him up. That's who's representing him. And go look at Fresh and
All right.
Fit.
So
They have a video.
I'll be showing some footage. A few other channels have already shown it, but I'll be showing some footage tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. I'll be showing some footage. They showed some. They basically have her on recording, soliciting money from a guy for like camera, but it's question of whether or not it's actually her. You know,
Hi,
she's
Ducky
gone on
Fresh.
She's gone on tour. She's been telling her story to everybody. She didn't show.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
She is
I
not
heard
playing.
that she was.
If you send her a DM, find a way to get to her DM, she'll come right on here. She don't care. She ain't turned down nothing.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be respectful. So I'll just break it down. If she pulls up, she can pull up, but that I'm not gonna, because I might drill her. It might get bad.
Listen, accountability hour. Period.
I think it's just a clear attempt to extort. That's why I'm not cool with it.
No,
That's
I
it.
agree.
You know, I agree too, because in that phone conversation that she recorded, I was quote unquote sympathetic until I heard her say, "What do you want to do to me? What do you know?" Because then it was like, wait, now it sounds like you're fishing for him to say
Yes.
something damning towards
That's what you
himself.
said,
You
Godmomma.
know?
You said that. Me and Godmomma talked about it. Yeah, and you said fishing. She was fishing. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things. Look, man, most men have been there at some point. If you had any children or you done had that scare, it's like once she says she's pregnant, she keeping it. There ain't a damn thing you can do about it. But at the end of the day, like, what the hell is there for the next 9 months or 8 months?
Yeah.
There ain't nothing to really argue about.
Yeah.
There's nothing to argue about. So what the hell is she on here crying about?
He went from I can't have kids to listen, I'm not fixing to play with Fresh. These Negroes here. And who said it? I let my man go on Fresh and Fit, bitch. For what? Why? Crayons. Talking about just to see the flip script. No, we're good. Like Auntie said, he getting demonetized. That y'all, you
No,
don't.
they got
support him.
demonetized almost a year ago. Like, and
Well,
I'm
they
like,
were on that. That's
that
something
was
else we talked
CEO.
about. They were on the alphabet men's list, right? Remember? And they called them the T word, and I don't mean
There
trans.
was a lot of things going on. You know, they had a few people that were like de-YouTubed. You know, Tommy's been kicked off of YouTube.
There needs to be
Sneeko,
a deep dive into that.
Tommy,
There needs to
Sneeko,
be a
and Nick
deep dive.
Fuentes. Yeah, all three of them, Tommy, Sneeko, and Nick Fuentes, and they had each one of them on their show after being like kicked off of YouTube. So you know that was one thing, and then you know they're coming after a lot of them. Like they're just coming after a lot of folks. But either way, if you're the CEO and y'all always bragging about how many people y'all employ and how many people depend on you and how you got everything together, how do you allow that to happen on your watch? Like you talking about 60% of your business's revenue coming in, you just lose it with one email from YouTube.
That's
and
crazy.
but nobody's getting fired. Nobody's getting fired.
Deep dive. Deep dive. Interesting. Interesting. Salt is
I'm just
back.
saying you bringing in 100 grand AdSense every month.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on? My bad. My wife called me.
Man,
What's going on here?
if I stop getting that check, somebody's about to be fired.
Did you send her the link, Salt? Did you tell her come chime in on this vacation or not? Or you was just like,
Nah. We was talking about something funny she saw happen this morning.
Okay. I don't know if Salt heard the part where I was saying some men don't want the women to go because the women might educate them on something they don't ever know about. But I don't know.
Well, it's situational, and it depends on what she's trying to educate her about.
Yeah, there you go.
If she's trying to educate her on infidelity, oh no, bitch, you need to get the fuck up out of our lives now. If you're trying to educate her on a side hustle that was going to benefit our family, hey, by all means. But it's like I said, it's situational. It depends on the situation. It depends on the person. Yeah.
Godmomma, I know you didn't pin that messy ass comment.
What did it
We're
say?
not. It said it's time to get ZX off YouTube next. No, it's
The
not.
the way I hollered though was
Now,
Mm-mm.
a lot of them folks that's been around for a while just stirring up the same old shit about to be gone
Nikki
Yeah,
Nanda.
on smaller scale, and you're just gonna see it. It's just gonna happen.
it's happening all over the place. People are trying to push certain agendas. If y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I invest in stock. If y'all look at the Disney stock, that shit is fucking dropped. At some point, people are gonna stop going to the theme parks. At some point, they're gonna be able. They're only gonna be able to rely on subscriptions. Woke means broke, and as far as it's like they want to push a woke culture. So everybody could be broke, everybody could be under someone else's thumb, while at the same time you punish they're punishing people who are saying the truth about certain things. Do I agree with everything Tommy and Fresh and Fit and other people say? No, it's impossible to agree with everything everyone says. However, they do say a lot of things that are irrefutable facts. Straight up, they do say a lot of facts. Things are actually true, and certain people don't want them to say that because then other people are going to speak up about it. And I mean, there's strength in numbers, and last thing they need is for more and more people to get behind them, especially when you have people pushing this everybody needs to be gay agenda and all this shit that they're doing. And then you got certain men standing up saying, hey, there's nothing wrong with being masculine. We don't agree with toxic masculinity, but there's nothing wrong with being masculine. And it seems like they're just trying to eradicate masculinity pretty
See,
much.
now check this out, right? I had this conversation with my 18-year-old son about Fresh and Fit months ago, and
Yeah.
he even saw it. Like, what's hypocritical? It's not even what they're saying that's like a big deal. It's just basic red pill content. You over here trying to school women that they just don't get it. Modern day women, blah blah blah. You can hear it everywhere. The thing is, you got a real podcast where you get these chicks liquored up. You know what I'm saying? And you come here and you just spew a bunch of rehearsed talking points at them, and they're not ready to respond. Like, and they're drunk. Is all hell, and OnlyFans models and stuff like that. Like, it's just a bad look. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad look. So that's why I was like, it's all just funny. It's all just funny when it goes down like it does, because it's like, bro, nowadays I don't care who you are, you're not above getting aired out on the internet because somebody got their feelings hurt,
Well,
or somebody didn't get paid.
I can see where because a lot of women, they'll say, oh, only beta males watch that pod. I can see where they get that as far as the beta male shit goes, because it's just like you described. They get a bunch of OnlyFans girls on there, they get them liquored up, and then they say a bunch of rehearsed lines. I would say a lot of them dudes are beta males, because really they're not going in hoping that those girls will get educated or that these do or to learn something. No, a lot of them are going there just because they want to hear a woman get silenced, just because they suffered through something in life that had to do with a woman, and the woman just railroaded them. Everything they said, everything they did, they just want to hear a woman get silenced. They just want to hear a woman be wrong and then get mad that she's wrong. Like that woman got them mad when they were wrong, and now, oh, they ain't together no more. And now it's just, I can understand why a lot of women say, oh, beta males watch that. It's like, yeah, a lot of them do, because that's what they're looking for. They just want to see a woman get cussed the fuck out and then kicked out.
Those are their heroes. You know, those are their heroes.
Beta males and basement dwelling virgins.
Salt just hit the nail right on the head. That's another reason why Kevin Samuels was like a savior to a lot of those dudes. They didn't know that hell, if I'm a high value man, I can just tell these women whatever the hell I want. They'll just keep calling me every week, and it's like, no, they won't.
Not necessarily.
No, they won't. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you women make. Like, nobody's ever gonna like or respect you. But
Facts. That's true though. That's all it takes is just a little sprinkle. A little sprinkle, and they'll go along to get along and believe it. I saw that there's this, not to switch gears too much, but I saw that there's this camp for men. You pay like $10,000 and you have to go like 18. Military boot. 18. Military. Oh, it's 18,000.
Yeah.
Oh, and you go to like something about that.
Some pretend military boot camp. It's like, what?
And then they yell at you to eat a cookie.
Well, I mean, women do it in other ways. Princellas do like, there's women who do like these little retreats or come over here and buy
Princella,
my book.
Fucking cookie so
Prin,
you can be a real man.
Princella will have you out there eating muffins. Okay, that's a damn orgy. Okay,
I don't.
that's what that is. That's pretty nasty sounding from Princella. You want to go to a Princella retreat? Yeah, don't come back home.
Well,
But you
just,
can't come back home.
just,
Hell nah.
And
just.
we can't go
I
be we
think
can't go meet the queen maker. We can't let her make us a queen.
I,
Shit.
I think
I'm
as
trying to
far
be
as
made a queen.
I think as far as those male trips, like paying to go to something like that, there was a few people who I had met, like who I was cool with, like in middle school and high school and shit, who like they would get their ass whooped at school, and then for the next couple weeks they would go home, they would just be at home lifting weights. Something has happened to them in their lives that have made them feel emasculated, and they think going through all this rigorous, damn near torturous shit is going to make them feel more like a man. But it's like you're just building your body up. What you need, what's broken, is on the inside. But men aren't necessarily taught react on what's inside, not the way women are. And so
Correct.
they kind of just bottle it all up and then just focus on the outside. If my muscles get big enough, that dude won't be able to knock me out. But it's like but okay, yeah, your arms are bigger, but guess what? You don't. It's not like you just added a couple layers of padding onto your face. You get hitting the chin, hit Mike Tyson in the chin hard enough, he's going to go down like anybody fucking else.
Yeah, he's
What
been
they're
knocked
trying to
out before.
fix, yeah, unless they're doing something to those men on the inside, no homo, no diddy, they're not going to be fixed. They just wasted a whole bunch of fucking money to get tortured by a bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Not no Diddy. Oh,
Yeah. Chill, relax. But no, then they go home with this fake PTSD, thinking that they just hit the lotto with this $18,000 weekend. They come back, they're warriors now, and they're not. They're still broken men who are overcompensating.
Right.
And then, hold on, you better I don't know what are their wives. I'd like to investigate that. Who are the wives of the men, or do they even have wives?
no, that's the point, my dear. There are
None
no
of them
wives.
I'm sure some of them have wives, Nikki.
Yeah,
Stop.
I'm pretty sure some of them have wives.
Yeah,
They go
come on
there
now.
to learn how to be a man who can pull a wife.
Hell yeah, I mean,
Mm,
no, they just
it's
have a.
not Andrew Tate boot camp.
It's
That's not
not.
the one I'm talking
It's
about. I'm
not.
not
It's
talking
like
about
y'all
Andrew
said.
Tate.
It's
Yeah.
like y'all said.
It's
It's not
just another
absolute.
business. It's another hustle. I mean, it's so many damn self-help books and
Right.
boot camps, and everybody's got the answer. The PUAs, the pickup artists, dating coaches, and then all the masculinity coaches and all of that stuff. They got the same thing:
The
femininity
life
coaches,
coaches, the
It's been
life
a
wife.
thing
coaches.
Nah,
forever.
they've had wife schools for a long time and still have them.
Right, etiquette
And
classes.
most of them are north of 20 grand. They cost more than those boot camps, the wife schools.
You
So
Well,
don't
the,
say.
the school I'm talking about is like a boot camp where you go through med for the weekend, and it's only like 72 hours or something.
Yes, and they scream at you to eat cookies.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean
like
it's a waste of money.
hardcore.
It's a waste of money. So
I mean, I need to build one in my backyard.
hey,
I got a decent backyard. I could drill
I'm
some.
like,
I got a decent
I went through high school. I don't have to go through no damn boot camp.
Right.
Like, you know,
I could
I went through
make
high
it.
school. I'm with you. I got an 18-year-old. I survived a baby mom,
This is
2
where I lean on
marriages.
my femininity and
Hey,
say,
I'm
I'm
good.
crawling through no damn mud.
Mhm.
You know,
Send
I
them
don't
to
need a boot camp.
Latinx.
Life gave me a boot camp. I'm all right.
Yeah. I don't need the PTSD. I'm good. No Diddy. It's so funny, isn't it? But that's the new lingo they're using. Instead of saying pause or no homo, it's no Diddy, no puff, no,
That man has done a lot of gay shit. It is no Diddy for a while.
Oh, well, it is now that Cassie put out her little. Let me stop. I was about to go somewhere. I don't need to go. Sorry.
That girl, she
No.
wanted to not be with him and live a lavish lifestyle. That's why she came
Was
forward.
she allowed to go on vacation? Sorry,
Shit,
that's not
according to
funny.
him, she was
No,
on
that
vacation
wasn't
all the
funny.
time with many
I
different
shouldn't have
men. Thanks
laughed.
to him.
I should not have laughed.
Allegedly, no. Allegedly, no.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let y'all speak your final words. We've been up here for 2 hours, 28 minutes. I'm gonna let y'all get your final words off, and then I'm out for the day. It's my night time. So
Damn.
It is. It's 2:30. I've been up since 4 a.m. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Moving and grooving.
Okay,
Yes, I've been moving and
that's
grooving.
why. Never mind.
Yeah. So y'all get your final hands off. We will start with Auntie. Uh,
Yeah.
as far as we going on vacation or not, I know what you said earlier is about evolving and couples vacations after that. But go ahead and say your final words, sir.
Yeah, hey, you want to go on vacation? Go on vacation. It's all good. Ain't no problem. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. You
Oh,
know, makes me no difference. But
oh,
things may not, depending on the situation. All situations are different.
Hmm.
Things might not be the same when you get back,
mm,
if you come back. So, on that note, man, thank you so much for having me up. I appreciate it. It was a great conversation. Y'all have a
thank
great
you
day.
for
Enjoy
coming.
your afternoon.
You
Have
too. Thanks, Aunt.
Mhm.
I'll see you later on the
Peace.
fresh and fish shit.
Yeah, peace. Yeah, I'm gonna push it back. I'll probably push it back about an hour or so. It'll be this evening though. I gotta go
okay.
live about something else. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, Miss Crayons. Where are we going? Are we going to Bermuda, Bahama? Come on, pretty mama. Where are we going?
Yes, all of the above. I personally don't really like chicks enough to go anywhere on an extended period of time with any of them. Um, and also, as much as I present different perspectives, I tend to defer to my man without much argument, generally. So when it comes right down to it, if he said hell no, I would probably pout about it for a day and then get over it.
Okay.
Like if we're just being really, really in the moment, like that's probably what I would do. But sitting on the outside, there's a lot of different aspects to figuring out why that would be a problem in the first place.
Okay. That's what's up.
All
Thank
right.
you for coming up today. You when I wasn't able here to speak, I apologize, but I was like, yes, Nikki, yes. Yes. Let them know. And it was so quiet on the panel. And I was like, where I couldn't type, I couldn't do much. But I agreed with a lot of the things you said today. So thank you for coming up. We
Thank
love
you
y'all.
for having me.
Happy
As always, y'all are amazing. Love you all.
My favorite crayon.
oh wait. Happy hump day. Mm, okay, I'm gonna set her down. All right. So it's the three amigos. Godmama, you and I, we've already been talking about this, so we know what time it is. But Sinister Salt, you had some choice words in the back chat as well, which is how we started the show. We'll end the show.
In the back check.
Um,
Oh, no, never mind. I thought you meant this one. Never mind.
no. When he's like, can't go with NABs. Um, this is one pinned comment I have or starred comment I have. Why would my wife want to go with her hoe friends on vacation? That's from Reef. Um, sometimes your wife got a hoe friend. They want to go to the beach.
Right.
They want to go hang out, you know?
Right. Well, as far as that shit goes, I mean, lots of people, not all people, but lots of people, I'd say the majority of people have at least one friend that does something that they do not agree with to certain degrees. It just depends on what it is. I got friends who are gang members. I wish they weren't fucking gang members. I got friends who got criminal records. I wish they didn't have criminal records. But I've known them since the sandbox, known them since elementary, middle school, high school. They're still my friends. I wish they hadn't done those things or doing those things. I wish they didn't. But hey, as long as they don't bring no bullshit to me, hey, you live your life. If I could be there for you, I will. Sometimes women have friends who are hoe friends. That doesn't necessarily mean your girl's mind is going to be on some hoe shit. They're just thinking, I just want to go on a vacation to hang out with my friends. That's why someone's spouse or whoever would want to go on a vacation with their friends, because they're not thinking about the bullshit. They're thinking, I want to have a great time with my friends. However, many times, your example of what a good time is isn't what your friend's example of what a good time is going to be. They're not going to run in tandem. They're not going to be the same. They're not going to be parallel. So yeah, it's situational. It depends on the scenario and the circumstance. You want to go on a vacation with your friends to a spa or somewhere, or to a retreat or something, and you guys just get pampered. Hey, I'm all for that. Hell, might even pay for it, depending on what it is, or pay partially for it. Might depends on what it is. It's situational. That's all I'm saying. It's situational. It depends on the people. It depends on the situation. And like Lurker said earlier, some girls they take a yearly girl trip, or every couple of years they go on a girl trip. Okay, y'all been doing it for years. That's fine. Has that trip evolved from when you were 21 and y'all went to Miami and y'all hit up every fucking club, or have y'all evolved, i.e., matured, and have changed things up? Okay, I'm with that. I'm cool with that. We all were young once. We all partied. Well, not all of us, but the majority of us, we were all young. Well, everybody was young. We were all young, and we all, you know what I'm saying, did those kind of things. So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. And before I hop off, I just want to say, P Diddy has done a lot of gay shit. I guarantee he fucked all them niggas in B2K. Every fucking last one of them. He groomed them niggas. He got all them niggas. I guarantee it. That's my thoughts on that. Can't nobody change my mind. If he done got Usher, he definitely got Omarion. All right, peace out, y'all.
Peace. Thank you, Salt. Oh, wait, Salt. Oh, he left. Dang it. T Black, you came too late. Salt, what made you choose to not be put on a set? That's something we could do. We'll bring that back because we are going to discuss gangs and cults. We are going to be talking about gangs and cults. So T Black, put that comment in your pocket and save it for later. And that was a conversation that Salt brought up. He wanted to do the gangs and cults. So that's coming up season 2 as well. But neither here nor there. Moving right along. Godmomma, say your piece, baby.
The link I dropped is to Auntie's Fresh and Fit Live. He's got scheduled. Just so nobody's like, what the hell was that? But on to, are we vacationing or not?
Mm-hmm.
I like how the conversation, how we first started off in a sense of hell no, 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 no. And we came to our solution of it is about having the conversation and coming to a compromise on the conversation that we're having. And I love how we even went to Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, because the reality is a lot of men and women watch those podcasts and, like I said earlier, use those as Bibles. So a lot of the time, the man or the woman, if they're a Princella, Queen Maker, whatever, will say no without even wanting to have that conversation. So no, that's what I appreciated out of this whole 2 hours and 36 minutes is we got down to the solution that if you're basically, excuse me, I'm in a parking garage. That basically, if you're in a relationship and you want to go on a vacation with your friends, you need to take into accountability how that makes your partner feel, who you're going with, where you're going, and come to a compromising solution at the end.
Yeah.
I loved that. Loved it. Thank you guys. I appreciate all y'all for your input today.
Perfect. I loved it. All right, so I'm gonna speak some final words, and y'all just bear with me. I'm an NAB, so I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Listen, are we going on vacation or not? Yes, yes. I'm picking my ass up, and I'm an in-house. I know Salt kept saying, "Well, you're making it personal, Lurker." Well, duh. Hello. There's a lot of mommies like me. There's a lot of women like me who knows what it's like to run a home, run a company, and not go out and not be bothered with outside stuff. So when you do get a little vacation, a mommy vacation, a girlfriend vacation, you take it without hesitation. I understand we should consider our partners. My partner should know, like, okay, it's time for you to take a vacation. Where's your home, girl? You ain't got no friends? Because, girl, you've been in this house too long. You ain't put on a bra in 6 months. You ain't put a bra on in 6 months. Like, what are we doing? Come on. Especially if we're lucrative, we're hustling. Like, stop. Stop. That's why I said I can't speak too much of the non-mothers. Okay. Another thing I wanted to address, though, are we going on vacation or not? my hubby, Daquan, I love you so much. These are things I tell my kids, right? We have to remember that not all friends are friends, right? Sometimes in our adult years, we got money, so we going on vacation and we're linking up with a homegirl that brings a homegirl, and we don't know the homegirl. Okay? We don't know if they're taking us to this place. Oh, I brought a homegirl and she's familiar with this area, and you taking us to this place, and next thing you know, I got something in my drink and we fighting, you breaking my neck, and I'm blah 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 blah. I stress this to my kids, and it should go for older people as well. Baby, be cautious. Don't do too much. I like for when you gonna turn up. I say this to my kids. It's unfortunate, but they're in their older teener years. Um, y'all go back to the crib and turn up. Do not turn up on the streets. Go back to the crib and turn up. And everybody got to go. It's not a turn up where, oh, we're house party type stuff. There's too much stuff floating around in the air. There's too many people moving, this grooving. Get your little, I like to call it the little bunny code. You got your bunny partner, right? Okay. Where's the bunny ears? You see the bunny ears are come in pairs. Stay with the buddy system. Okay. They come in pairs. So I just I stress that for as you're adults, you're traveling outside the country, you're traveling inside the country, safety first. Because this might be your homegirl, but you know what I'm saying? She might bring a friend. Or she might do, you know what I'm saying? Be cautious. So I understand the men when they say that. When Salt started going there, I can understand that. Be cautious. And that goes for men or women, because there's men that have been missing. There's women that have gone missing. That just be cautious. That doesn't mean you can't take a vacation. It just means be cautious. You know what I'm saying? Get your passport. Make sure you have your own coins. Make sure you got your little portable charger. Okay. And don't be.
You may saw that.
Mm-hmm. Just be cautious. So, are we going on vacation or not? Yes.
Yeah, girl.
Yes. And I love that Salt said, well, if your friends like Godmomma and Lurker, I'm like, because we absolutely do need to have a pull up and a meet and greet. Period. Period. Okay. So, yes. We will be going on vacation. Will we be taking precautions? Yes. Will we be having conversations beforehand? Yes. But baby, like Auntie said, sometimes the men need to take over, baby. Take over. Okay? Take over the household duties, the kids, the this. Don't be calling me talking about the dog, the child, the that. Let me go on radio silence. And trust me, when I get back talking about the house might not be here. Well, then you not I need a backbone. Can I get a backbone, sir? Can I get a backbone? Not every vacation has dicks swinging in their face. Sometimes we just want to, yes, like, you know what I'm saying? Circumstances, spa treatment, aloneness, quietness, oceanness, quietness.
In the woods, in a cabin-ness.
Quietness.
Hiking to the top of the mountain.
Go fishing too. We want to go fishing too. The fuck? Quietness. We want that too. But that's it. Are we going on vacation or not? We absolutely are. We thank y'all so much for being here. We are at the 2:40 mark, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you to the panel guest. Thank you to the chat involvement today. I see y'all hit the like crazy. We appreciate that. Y'all was coming in and out. Really do. And we'll be back. You know how we do. We are grateful to be here. Anything else, Godmomma?
Y'all go throughout your day being grateful and thankful. That's it. That's all.
Thankful.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Toodles.
Like my release, this is a part of what I do to have fun, and I'm a creative. Creativity, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's what keeps life interesting and makes it have fun. Makes me have fun.